All right. Is everything working? Can you all hear me all right? Let this a bit lower. Lower. Oh boy. Okay. Everything should be all right. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year! Oh my God. Who is that? It's a me. I'm finally back. Oh, I'm still recovering. If I relax anymore, I'll sleep again. I mean, hey, catching up with sleep is not a bad thing. Oh, Happy New Year, everybody. It's... Let me lower the microphone just a tiny bit. Yeah, there we go. All right. It's been a year. Oh my God, it's speaking still. Mike, wait a minute. Is that the right mic? It should be. Don't tell me you changed. No, it's the right mic. Okay. Uno momento, por favor. Let me fix some stuff. This. Into bumping the volume up a tad. For which thing? Is it for everything or for the microphone? Just trying not to make it pick. That's it. Ah! Let's put it to how it was before. Sorry, I'm gonna do a little scream just to check it. Ah! Okay, it didn't pick. That should be okay. But yeah. Mainly mic, but kind of everything for me at least. Yeah, don't forget, Cami, that I'm using the new audio setup that I started last stream, and it's way more clear in sound. But unfortunately, it put everything down for some reason. That was more like a grunt. It was something loud, just to make sure that I'm not picking. For the microphone, it's a thing on, like, you know, it will be. Gotta do better to wake me up, mate. No, look, I'm not gonna start like. I don't have the energy. All right, it's been a rough start of the year. Come on, like, let me be. Let me be. But yeah, how is everybody? Let's see if I can. Kami, let me see. If I put the filters up. Man, the gain filter is already up, so leave that there. Can I put a gain filter on you? Yes, I can. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Oh God, now it's a bit. It must be a bit too loud. Well, as I said, we'll be fixing it as we go, because this is like the second time we're trying this audio setup. Oh, but yeah, how is everybody? Welcome. Much better. Okay, good. I'm just like being careful not to have it go into the red, because if going into the red might like start breaking stuff for the audio things. But yeah, how is everybody? How has the new year been? How has the holidays been? Because, oh boy, do I have... Oh God, it started picking. One moment. Exams immediately after the year. That's some kind of travesty. Why are they doing this to you? Is it a receipt, Matthias? Yeah, it's a Christmas miracle. No, that doesn't sound like a miracle to me. Man, don't worry. A travesty. It's a word that is used for multiple things, but it's also meant for a disaster, for a man-made one. Hello, Harster. Did you resync? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. God, I don't know what I said. Sorry, I'm recovering from an illness. I'm a bit brain fogged. No, I said that it's not a Christmas miracle. That doesn't sound like a Christmas miracle, Matthias. But yeah, Happy New Year, Harst. although it didn't, although it hasn't started happy, but you know, that's just the start. Hopefully, I'm done with the majority of stuff. I just need to wait to see what work will say on Monday. But from what it seems, even work has been like, they just take care of yourself, and we'll see you when you're back. Don't worry. So that's the good thing, at least. But yeah. Oh, Wolverine! Hello, friendo. How are you doing, man? How have you been? It was maths. You only practice for 2 hours a day before 2 a.m. But I think you still passed. I mean, you are good at maths. If I remember correctly, maths is like one of the subjects that you actually really enjoy, Matthias. So that's good. But yeah, hello, Wolverine. How are you, friendo? Good to see you. But yeah, hello. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Thing I'm prepared with the game from the first week of the new year. I hope, man. I hope. I hope hard. I don't think that's how it's gonna sit. But even if it is for the first 6 months, I'll take it. And you have another exam on Monday. Oh, that's a lot of exams. How many more exams do you have? Because it's kind of weird. Like in my uni, exams were at the end of the year, before the holidays, not after. The only exams that were like after. Don't worry, I'll be here, Karst. It's I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, like you're back. I'm back at 100%. It was the same day you got back from months. Oh, that's good. Okay, okay. Maybe it's turning around for both of us. Viking. Maybe we passed the fucking like peak of the problem, and now we're going like in a smooth ride, a smooth sail. Maybe, who knows? It's just these two. The course ended before the holidays, but they decided to put the exams after the holidays. Fucking assholes. And you got sick. Zeno, I don't blame you, man. First of all, Happy New Year. Good to see you, friend. Second of all, it is cold in the UK. Guys, it's like -2 right now for me. I literally had like a shower, and I made to like put on the heating in the living room, put the towel on the heater, or else it won't dry, essentially. It's -16. It feels like -16. Yeah, but you live way north. Oh. But yeah, like, it's good to see you all. It's good to be back. Sorry for being late. Sorry for being like almost a week late, but it was beyond my control. The 2026 has started in like and I'm like, let's say, an amazingly horrible way. Um, but hopefully that's it. Hopefully we're done. Hopefully. Hopefully. We'll see how it goes. But before be, before I start off all the bad things that happened to me over the past week, let's talk about the good things that happened, which was the holiday season. Also, Kami, is the audio a bit better now? I did put a gain filter on the mic, so hopefully that makes it a bit more clear. Hopefully. So much food. Yeah, I mean, I posted stuff as well. So hopefully that like showcase. Yeah, mic sounds clearer now. Well, it's just a bit low at the start. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like the new audio setup is really good, but I need to use like to put a gain filter on the audio on Streamlabs just to raise it just a bit. But if it sounds clearer, it's fine. As long as it's not peaking, which if it does, we can bring it down lower later, if that's the case. But from what I can see, at the very least, it's fine. But yeah, let's start with the holiday season, because that was like the fun part when I went to Greece, and obviously you guys share your holiday moments as well. What you did, because I didn't do too many things. I like mostly spent time with my mother, you know, when like I was at her place. ate a lot of food, relaxed a lot. Um, uh, saw some of my friends that were there. Oh, for sure. Take a bit getting used, especially with the mic being a lot more directional with the speak up and stuff. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like this is an XLR cable on the mic as well. Like, and I have a complete audio interface now. Yeah, I made it late. Timmy, don't worry. Welcome, friendo. Happy New Year. It's good to see you. Just get a plate. Oh, don't you worry, Timmy. Like, I'm starting with the good stuff first before I go into the bad stuff that happened to me. But yeah, like the holidays were great. Like when I was in Greece, a lot of food. Like saw a lot of my friends. Managed to like spend time with the people that I care. I did miss Christmas talk. I'll watch it later. No. It's just started, Timmy. Don't worry. It's nothing like, again, you saw like the food that I was eating, especially during like the dinner tables and stuff that I was going. A lot of nice food, a lot of nice sweets. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Oh my goodness. Just have walked to Bergen, yeah. Man, it was impossible. Nothing was working. As I would describe later as well, nothing was working. Nothing. Because of the snowfall. It was so much snow that like everything was shut down. All public transportation for the most part. But yeah, like what was happening was so yeah, let's start like went to Greece. We had leftover cheese sticks. Oh, spray them with some oil and put them into the air fryer. And they could have come over, but it was impossible anyway. Literally. You, like I will. Don't worry, I will go on full detail. This is gonna be like, this is gonna be like a fucking mess. It was a mess. It was like fucking one of the worst times I've had in my life. But there is a hype train. Apparently, it took like 2 subscriptions. I'm a small level streamer. But yeah, so what? So Greek holidays were great. So I had like most of the time spent time with my friends. I even played managed to go to one of my friends' house flats and managed to play some video games together as well. Like Kami, we played a lot of Absolum. For those who don't know, thank you for another sub as well, Timmy, for the gift. 93%. Wait a minute. Why? What? Tweets. What the fuck is the exchange rate of a sub to percent? Yay! Thank you. Thank you for the 3 subs, Timmy. Thank you for making the hype, for materializing the hype train. Appreciate it, friendo. Tim is the conductor of the hype train as well, so yeah, good luck. Like, I don't know where that train is going, but hopefully it's going like to... It's going to save you all, like the train that saved me at the end. So, what is Absolute? I'm gonna show you some gameplay as well. On YouTube. Let's put the Galan. Let's put like one of the characters that I played a lot. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let me show you a bit of Absolute. So you see, this was the one that I played with my friend a lot, and then I played it on Steam Deck as well on my own. But two motherfuckers, yeah. Why is the Timmy? You know though that because this train is Timmy's the conductor. You know that he removed the brakes, right? So there is that thing is not stopping. But oh fuck. But so I played 2 games in like for the most part in total. When I was in Greece, one is this one that I will show you now, which is called Absalom. And Absalom is, for those who don't know, Absalom is made by. We're driving the FM. Oh, so there are brakes on that train, aka a German suplex. That's the only way it stops. We need to find Talban stat. And Veronica love wrapping a slice of cheese around a banana. Oh wow. I've never tried that. Although, you know, a banoffee pie. Can you make cheesecake banoffee? You probably can. But what if that's the case, which sounds very weird, what kind of cheese does go with a banana? But yeah, so Absalom, you might not know the game, but you know the people who made it. This is the game that was made immediately after, from the same company that made Streets of Rage 4. And you know, in this here, we love Streets of Rage 4. Yeah, Garcross was the ones that made it. And let me just skip to where the game is. But yeah, Absalom is a roguelike. Yes, this is the game with the frog wizard, Matthias. There is 4 characters that you can get in that you get in this game. This is a roguelike beat 'em up, and it is great. It's fantastic, and it's you can play it up to 2 players. You can play it offline and online, and the online has rollback netcode as well, so it works really well. And the roguelike aspect of it, let me go a little bit back so you can see. So when you start a run, you pick a character, and then the banana is just there to offset the cheese, I see. The Aegis Reflector, that's one of his things as well. Roguelike? Rollback in my beat 'em up? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so how it goes is like you pick a character and you pick one of the arcanas. So arcanas are up here. Arcanas are like a skill that you can buy, that you get, and then you spend mana. These bars here is the mana. One usage of an arcana requires you like 1 mana bar. And how do you get mana? By beating shit up. It's as is like violence, essentially. Like eating a healthier ding dong. I mean, depending on the ding dong. Ding dong. Oh no. That's the wrong kind of cheese, Jade. Well, here we go. Now that's the stream. Now we're like, now we're like, now we're back. Now we're back. Oh no, the microphone is speaking. One moment. Let me lower my voice. Oh no. Put it on 2. I will be a bit lower. My apologies, but literally my laugh make the microphone big. Some things never change. All right. So all right. So so when you start, you pick like a. Actually, let me put my camera a bit down. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. There we are. Like so. There is like, as I said, this mana bar. This is the Arcana. The star is your ultimate ability. These are very rare. Like, you know, like a beat 'em up, when you do like a final attack, you're invulnerable when you do it, and you do a lot of damage. But this doesn't fill up. You need to find them. Timmy got some cool emotes now. Perfect. But when you start, you gain, and this is the roguelike aspect of it, you gain the game at various intervals, make you select either like upgrades to your character, or as they're called, rituals, where they're based on elements, and they do mega consume. I love that emote. But yeah, like and they do different things depending on your actions. This game is fantastic though, because again, this is made by the same people that made Streets of Rage 4, and also you can tell that these people definitely played like fighting games a lot, because the amount of like this game rewards you for doing long combos with a variety of moves. You cannot do infinites as easily. There are items that you can do it, that can do that, but you cannot do infinites normally, because if you use the same move in a combo a lot of times, then the combo breaks. And then, so, but if you don't, then you start using everything that you have and every like ritual and ability that you get. You can do like infinite amount of combos, like extremely crazy combos. I did like a couple of sorts of like some crazy combos with these characters that some people did, and you will see. I will show you later to see some of the crazy stuff. Kami, I have one for you because of the dwarf character that I found that was like really, really awesome. But the thing is, this game not only like rewards you for being like offensive, very like good, it also rewards you for being defensive, because this game doesn't have one, not two, but it has three different defensive mechanics. It has a dodge, it has a deflect, and it has a class. So a dodge is like using your dash up and down to dodge a move. A deflect is using your dash forward in order to hit your dash together with the attack of the enemy at the same time. And a class is using your heavy attack and it's when your heavy attack hits at the same time as the opponent, at the enemy's attack. It's the hardest one to do, but it's the most rewarding as well. So when you see like this elf like character called Galandra put the sword down, just go like a heavy swing like that, that's the heavy attack. If that attack hits together with the enemy attack, it does a class. It puts the enemy into like a stun state. That was a grenade. Oh, he took the spin move. Okay, that's why. Also, Galandra's like dash attack is an aerial move as well. You do have a heavy attack versus their heavy attack. No, versus any of their attacks. Yes. Oh, just that's like Smash Bros. Clacking. Yeah, but it's to your benefit, Matthias. It doesn't put you back to neutral. It benefits you because it puts the enemies on a like small stun where you can just like immediately get rewards out of that. And by the way, those yellow ghosts that you see, that's the ritual that the character took. So the thing is, and those rituals have different elements. There is water, fire, lightning. There is like, they activate differently. They can activate from dashes, from basic strikes, from heavy attacks, from the arcanas. They can activate from dodges, from deflects, or from classes. It depends on what you get. And because of that, the same character that you play, even if you know their basic combos, their combo routes can change drastically depending on what you get. So it's very fun because of that. Greedy Tentacle is an interesting name. It's a sack of money that you just like. It's a sack of money that you just like get. As I'm showing, as you guys seeing like this gameplay here, I want to also find some of those swords that I like, some of the combos that I found. Might take a while though because it has been like a couple of weeks. But yeah, like, so this is the game that I played mostly with my friend. We did like quite a few runs. I think we did like 5 or 6 runs. That's the thing. That might not sound like a lot, but full runs of this game go for an hour. It's like takes a while. It's a long game because like a full run is like literally playing a full beat 'em up, essentially. So, oh my goodness. Ah! Oh, there we go. Let's... haven't combo labbed. I have literally only played Cinder because of Izuna drop. Cinder? Oh, Cinder is the combo machine as well. The first solo successful run that I did on this game, Xeno, was with Cinder. But it was a bit of a weird one because it was like an item build that I got. Because yes, there are items, throwable items that you can use, and there is also like a ritual that, like how it worked for me, it was a ritual that every time I finished a combo, a basic combo, it dropped some blades that I could pick up and then throw as a throwable item. And then I got, equipable items, because you have like items that you equip on you that improve certain stuff. Yeah, there we go. Oh no! Where did it go? Damn you, YouTube, and your weird UI design! I found the video that I wanted to do, but then it like...
That could prove useful.
But then I lost it. Oh, it's okay, I'll find it again. And then yeah, I got like equipable items that just increased the amount of damage I was doing with throwable items. To a point where a full stack of throwable items that I had on me, I would throw them all out and it would just do like half the health of a boss. I'd be like, well, alright, that fixes things. It was really fun. And it was like my first right, so that's one. Right, stop. Just to showcase you guys as well some combos that I found that are really cool. Where was the Carl one? Come on. How did you do this? They can't just leave YouTube alone. I know, right? The projectile will be full screen rocks. It was full screen plays. Was this the game with the koi fish man? No, I didn't see any man like that.
Comes the ocean.
Viking when I was playing it, so I don't think so. But I might be wrong. I might not have found them. Because the thing is, even though I've done successful runs of this game, I haven't seen everything in this game yet. This game has like multiple pathways that you can choose, and a successful run takes you in 3 out of the 4 stages that you can play. So the second stage is a pick that you need to choose out of 2. And then you have multiple pathways in each stage to go as well. So in this run, this person has gone like into the... Oh, here's the combos, by the way. Again, different combos completely. Like, he demolished this boss with this combo. Literally, normally, like, if you play it normally, you don't do this much damage out of a combo. But this guy knows how to play. So he just demolished him. He just used everything. He had, like, the clones in order to bounce, like, just to see. He had, like, the clones in order to bounce the boss. So how bosses work, because they don't want you, like, to... infinite them completely. You cannot combo them easily. You need to do a set amount of damage to them and then a break, and then you can combo them for one combo, and then they come back again, and then you need to repeat the whole process again. But if you know how to do a very, very long combo, well, they have problems. And yeah. Oh, there is this. There we go. One moment. There we are. Okay. So yeah, I found like the two vids as well that I wanted to show you guys. And yeah. So if you see here, like, so this, you see the blue spark there. This is a class. So the guy knew that the timing for this attack, and he used the Arcana. So this Spinneruni that he does here is the Arcana skill that they choose because they use the mana bar. Heavy attacks and Arcanas can class with the attack. So he classed, doing damage. That break that happened to the boss now is your opportunity. Is like, see, they did enough damage to go like, all right, you have a combo opportunity. Go for it. And then that's what they will do. Oh. Okay, that was a small combo actually. All right, run. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another combo opportunity. So let's see. Up. Yep. And demolished. Again, I'm not that good. This boss definitely fucks me up a bit when I play. But again, this is with this setup that they have. If you have a different character with different rituals and skills, your combo routes are completely different. And it's this like one of the very fun things in this game is like kind of like trying to figure out how to do the maximum amount of damage to enemies or how to keep enemies in combos forever, especially like normal enemies, not bosses, so they don't hit you because the game throws a lot of enemies at you, especially once you reach like around the end of the game, the end of your run, it throws a big amount of enemies at you at the same time. So like crowd management becomes very, very important. That's why like my first build was my first successful build was like an item throwing build because I could just sit away from everything and just be like fuck off. But yeah, let me show you now some examples of like let me show you some examples of run of like combos that I've like of cool combos that I found like online. So unfortunately, like is in a YouTube short form, so it's not gonna be like as big, but I'm pretty sure you can understand. So here is like one with Calandra. Nicola! Hello, friendo. Happy New Year! Do continue a combo even if the enemy dies mid-combo just for fun? Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, as long as they don't touch the ground, you can continue juggle the body. Viking. Yes. Yes, you can. Oh, horrible, Nicola. Don't worry, I haven't started the story yet. I'll get there. I started with the good stuff first, which is what I did in the holiday. So yeah, but yeah, look at this for example. Look at this combo. This is one of the beginning bosses, by the way. Glass opened. All right. I don't know why he did that, but wall bound. The shadow wall bound. And here's half of his life gone. At least he got to be stuck in the biggest airport in Europe. True, but it sucks. Imagine if you got stuck in a small airport. True, but man, there were so many people there because of it as well, Nicola. But yeah, that's one example for one character. Now the next one and the last one that I will show because I want to talk about some other things as well. This is Kami. This is for you, and this looks sick as fuck, by the way. So this is another beginning boss that you fight. So this is the boss that you fight if you don't fight the ogre fight that you saw in the previous video. Look at the movement. That's, I think, like that the shotgun is his skill, and he's using the skill for movement, not for damage. You will see it right now as well. Look. I didn't know you could do that with Karandi. I saw that video.
Everybody agreed.
Oh yeah, this is... Sorry, I know this has nothing to do, but I was looking at some... What is happening? So, one moment. Let me go back. How do I go back? Fuck. One moment. Also, that video is very funny. I'll find the original, though, which is even hilarious. There we go. He was looking at the T-World News. No, I was looking at Wooly Versus, because one of the podcasts that I listen to is Castle Super Beast, which is Wooly and Pat talking about video game stuff. And it's a very good podcast. But I was looking to some of their videos, and that was one of the funny ones that I saw. But yeah, this, like, again, just look what he does. So he opens them up with a class, bounces, uses, that's the dash attack with the fists. opens him up, and then uses the skill on the ground to bounce him off the wall, and then uses the same skill to move himself closer. Because as you saw, he used it to launch himself off the air. Because, you know, dwarves, right? We might not be able to jump far, but we can use our weapons to make us go in the air. Fuck it. Why not? Continue the combo. Uses one of the Arcana in order to do damage. There we go. Bounces him down and then continues with it. And then second Arcana and then kills him. And then you can see the skill use of the aerial combo stuff. Is the skeleton a player? No, the skeleton is a recruitable unit. You can recruit units in this as you go through the adventure. There are also creatures that you can mount throughout an adventure. And yeah, there is a huge variety in this game. I loved playing it. It's really, really, really good. This is, again, made by the same people that made Streets of Rage 4. It's all the best from that game. And because it's a roguelike, it has even more cool stuff. And the visuals, the presentation, which you already see, it's really good. And that's because they hired some comic book artists in order to do all the visuals for this game. And the music is also fantastic. The main composer for this game is the guy who did the music for Ori and the Blind Forest. But also they hired some guest artists for music, including two of the main composers that wrote music for Elden Ring. And also, one of the major boss fight music is written by Mick Gordon. You know, the Doom composer. So it's metal as fuck. So yeah, fantastic game. I'm still playing it. I'm still like doing a run here and there because I haven't finished everything in this. I still have a lot of content because because even though it's a roguelike and has infinite stuff, it also has like things that are like a single player, more straight line single player game where there is like hidden boss fights that you need to find. There is quest lines that open up as you go through runs. And the only thing they know is absolute. There is secret boss fights. There is secret quests. There is like, the game is not only replayable, doesn't only make you want to replay it because of like it's fun. It's a good fun roguelike that you can make different stuff. Oh my god, Simlay30, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the Just Chatting to the first stream of the year where I talk about my 4-player mode when that would be immediate. That's you. Oh, you have a second account. Thank you so much for the follow, friend. I'm on the TV. Oh, perfect. But yeah, it also has like a lot of like more straightforward stuff for you to figure out with secret bosses, like many quest lines. So this game kind of like scratches the itch for both like roguelike players and for more traditional beat 'em up like RPG beat 'em up like single player players as well. Definitely a great blend of a lot of different like gameplay mechanics and progressions in one package. I recommend it wholeheartedly. And again, it has online as well, so you can play it with anybody with good online rollback netcode as well. So it won't disappoint you. But you should yell the loudest you can. Why? Why do you want me to do that? But yeah, but that was the game that I played. That was one of the two games that I played. The game though that I played, we want you to redline your mic. I actually did already because of my laughter before. I didn't need to didn't need to sound. My laughter alone did it. But that was like because like now my mic is on like constantly on the yellow line a lot of the times. So you know, it's just like we'll be fine. It will happen. It will happen again. It's a work in progress. It's a red light to headlight. It's a work in progress. The audio of the stream will will be always in a bit of a constant progress for the next few weeks until we find like a good balance of everything. But it will be a bit quieter over the course. So my apologies for that from beforehand. So, but at the very least, I hope like at the very least the sound is crispier. But yeah, the other game that I played, which I played the most, by the way, I went from that game. I went from playing from having 12 hours in it before I started playing it when I was in Greece to 40 hours in it. I played it for like 38 like for 28 hours. And that was Hades 2. I finished the whole fucking Hades 2 story. It's like the main story. I didn't do all the everything because like Hades again, and the same thing with Hades 1. You like did Hades 2 get rid of the fake British accents? Oh, the accents are all over the place, Nicola. It has more American accents in this one, the second one, but there are many accents, but they're oh god, so good. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's like they took Hades 1 and made it even fucking better. Holy crap. And also Hades 2 had brought more characters that I know from ancient Greek mythology because I love you know me, I've talked about ancient Greek mythology a lot because it's a subject that I really like since I was a kid. But this one definitely brought a lot of characters from from a lot of other myths as well, including some of the characters from a lot of characters from Odyssey. You know, the future Michael Bay, not Michael Bay, sorry, Christopher Nolan film that is coming out in like June or July, somewhere there. I saw that they added Path of Radiance. You know, the game that normally goes for $200 now. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely paid that price for that game. Definitely did not play it on PC in other means, Matthias, when I played it like a decade ago. Absolutely not. That's one of the reasons I can get behind it is when the British accent is so Americanized. I can't believe they had characters from Assassin's Creed Odyssey to Hades 2. Yeah. No, like literally though. Such a good game. Like they changed some stuff. Like for example, Hades 1 is a game that you dodge a lot. It's a very like spam dodge game essentially. Because in Hades 1, Zagreus can dodge up to 3 times back to back to back. So you would do like dodge, hit, dodge, hit, like this kind of stuff. Hades 2 took that away. Now you have to wait between each dodge that you do. So there is, but they buffed other elements. They gave you an attack, which like an AOE that you can put, a universal attack for your character. Which when you put it, that AOE down, it like you're in the center, and when you put it down, any enemy in there, it gets entrapped in there. They can still attack you, but they cannot move for a bit, except if they're a boss. The boss can move fine because it's a boss. But other than that, everything that you know from Hades 1, if you've played Hades 1, you definitely know in Hades 2. Like, there is a plethora of weapons. Some weapons are back, some weapons are not back, some weapons, there is some new weapons as well for you to use. There is, as always, a plethora of stuff to unlock. I didn't even unlock the majority of the different subclasses of weapons that you can like play in that game, because there is like 8 or 9 weapons, and each one has at least 3 different subclasses that you can unlock. It's insane. There is so much you can do in that game. I just played through the main story that requires you to do 12 successful runs, and then I did some more runs because I really like playing Hades 2. It's a very fun game. It's a very good roguelike to play. And And I did do kind of like the game has like 3 statues that you unlock, where you unlock them by defeating each run on a certain difficulty. And it's the same thing as Hades 1 or a lot of other roguelikes nowadays. It's a good system where you put like difficulty modifiers, you know, kind of like increase the health of an enemy or increase the damage of an enemy or put some debuffs on you, blah 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 blah. And you know, the more of those modifiers you put up, the more also, Nick, I found out I'm really bad at serving in badminton. You tried badminton? Man, it's so weird. Badminton is like I played a bit of tennis. I'm not good at tennis, but I played a bit of tennis. But tennis, you know, it makes sense. The force that you put on the tennis ball flies there. Badminton, because it's like a feather thing, like you hit it straight, it goes straight, and then it fucking suddenly stops, like, and then just whoa, it just goes down because it's not a ball. It's like something with feather. It's such a weird thing. Like I don't know who like looked at tennis and went like, you know what? I want to make this with something that fucks physics. Like completely. One of the Clash of Titans in Liam Neeson. Oh no. We don't talk about that. But yeah, so for example, like one of the I'm saying of Odyssey Viking because, for example, one of the shades in the hub in the first Hades 1, in the first game, one of the shades that you would talk to in the hub was Achilles. In the second one of the shades that you talk to in the hub is Odysseus. He's like the tactician that like works in the back essentially for all the troops and things. And then some of the boss fights are based on in Homer's Odyssey. Like you have Charybdis is a mini boss. Scylla is an actual main boss, and Polyphemus, the Cyclops, the blind Cyclops, is also one of the main bosses in the game. And they're all like fantastic characters. Well, Charybdis is just a monster; it doesn't talk. But Scylla is like has her own like rock band. So the boss fight is literally you fighting like a rock band as they're trying to sing, because you know, like they're gorgons, right? They try to like they use their voice to muse the sailors and then kill them by drowning them. That's why they have a band, a rock band. So you find Skylar, who is like the singer, and then he's like a drummer and a guitarist with their own unique moves as well. The Polyphemus is like a Cyclops that hurts ships because that's what he does in the original like tale as well. And he's already blind because for those who read Odyssey, he blinds Polyphemus in that in order to escape. I keep doing the volleyball serving method of swinging my body and missing the feather thing. Oh God, don't worry. I feel you, Nicola. Like, I not very good at serving at tennis either, so don't worry. Oh, Twitch finally added the way to rewind on a live stream on PC. Oh, nice! That's good. As long as the servers can, like, handle it. But, I'm gonna say this now. Fucking Hades 2 is one of the best roguelikes I've ever played. Like, Hades 2 is one of my favorite games of 2025. By far. Like, let me, like, Hades 2 run. But Hades 2 did another thing that fucking extremely surprised me. So for those who don't know, for those who have never played Hades 1, right? In also, let me put this music for the Polyphemus fight because it has a phenomenal saxophone solo in it. Polyphemus thing. There it is. It starts slow, but it picks up steam.
Hello, friend.
Alright. And let me put some like muted gameplay in the background. But yeah, just before I start, one thing that surprised me immensely with this game, is like, so in Hades 1, when you start a run, you know, the run is you go from the bottom of the underworld and you try to escape to the top, you know, to escape to go to Earth, essentially, to go to the human realm. That's it. That's the trip. In Hades 2, there is one, you can choose one of two different runs that you can do. You start from the crossroads, which is like the kind of like the end, like after the entrance to the underworld, essentially. And then you choose either to go down to the underworld or to go up through the human realm and go to Olympus. There is two different runs in this. Like, it's a roguelike where they made two different like roguelikes, essentially. Like it's double the game. It's insane. It's like, because I was like, you know, you start the game and it's like, all right, like you just need to go, like the main premise, essentially, just for people to understand. The main premise is that the thing that I'm gonna show you as well, this is like them trying to go up to Olympus. So you choose here. So this is the difficulty settings that I was talking about, and then you choose either you go up to Olympus or you go down to Hades. Valhalla. Yes, close. But yeah, so they decide to go up to Olympus. But the main premise is that Kronos the Titan has brought himself back, and he imprisoned Hades and his family and took the underworld for himself, and he's sending the souls of the dead and the monsters from the underworld up to Olympus to harass, to try and, you know, conquer Olympus as well for events. So we're to wait to get to invade Naxos. But yeah, so as you can see, you still do like a very similar dodge and how Nick is spoiling the entire game without any warning. Oh no, don't you worry. You think I'm spoiling it. That the thing that I said to you, Timmy, is literally immediately after the first run of the first, not even trying to beat the run. The game does give you this info in the first like couple of hours. It's not a spoil, don't worry. Like, that is the basic premise. I'm not gonna say what happens and what you see in Olympus or what you see in Hades or anything. You will figure that on your own. I'm not spoiling that. I'm not gonna like let the whole run play. You've been really enjoying Starfield. That's good. You're one of the very few people that I've heard saying that. Did you put any modifications on it, Nicola? Any mods? Sorry. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Then that makes sense. But yeah. But I cannot describe how good this game is. This game looks incredible, sounds incredible. 48 mods. How stable does it run, Nicola? Dear Lord. Sounds incredible. Like, it still has, you know, it's from the same people that made Hades 1, Bastion, Pyre, Transistor. It's from Super Giant Games. The guys were already like phenomenal video game creators, but they just like, but literally they took Hades 1 and they made it even better. Like, it's insane. Literally, once I started getting into this game, when I was in holiday, I just couldn't put it down. Cannot recommend it enough. Cannot recommend both of them enough. Please play both of them. And again, this is like Hades 1 and Hades 2 are roguelikes that do have a main story end. So you can play them forever, and there is like more things that you find out as you play, more runs, because there is so many things to unlock and so many character interactions that you can find as you play through. But there is story ends. Like as I said, like in the first game, you need to do like I think 10 successful runs to see the main story end, and in this game, you need to do about 12 or something like that. Oh yeah, here's the saxophone solo. Again, amazing music, everything. The stream only says just static. No, oh no, I know, I'm not playing it, homie. I'm just like showcasing the games that I played on holiday. Happy New Year, homie! Thank you so much for joining us, Fendo. Oh shit, yeah. I'm just talking about all the fun stuff that I did during holiday because in like just soon enough, I'm gonna like go into all the fucking shit. Oh, where are the waifus? You're playing as one. You're playing as Millennium. Oh god. And the artwork for the gods for every character in this game is amazing. But you know, the gods, they make them look all gallant and shiny. And if you see Aphrodite in this game in particular, you think Aphrodite was like, yeah, like Matthias, just go online and press Hades to Aphrodite. Oh, hello Persona. You know what? I'll leave that. Why not? Just do that. Trust me. Playing the game while pounding his teeth. True next gen gaming. What's different? That's what I've always been doing. But yeah, like as I said, I played literally 28 hours of this game when I was on holiday. This was my main game of the holiday season, and oh my god, guys, please, for the love of God, play this game. I am not going to like Moogly Googly look. Moogly Aphrodite looks bad. How? What? How? And also the gods that they brought in. Oh, Matthias, don't worry. That will fix. But the new gods, because they brought some other gods. They brought some gods that I wasn't. They brought one of the gods that they brought in this game was Hestia. I was never expecting Hestia to make it into a Hades game, and the design looks incredible, like top notch, especially if you know their mythology. I'll give you one example for that, which is Hephaestus, because it shows you how much research Supergiant Games, David Kasabin, I think it's the name of the main writer, has done for the story and design of this. So Hades to Hephaestus. So, just this. It was sarcasm about getting there. Like this again, Hephaestus was not in the first game. He's in the second game, and his design is incredible for like because the details of everything. The wheelchair with the broken leg, because for those who don't know, in the mythology, when Hephaestus was born, he was like malformed. And Zeus looked at him when like this thing cannot be my kid and threw him off the mountain, breaking his leg in the process. That's why he has a prosthetic leg. And also the wheelchair that the hammer is on him obviously because the hammer is oh, come on, Nick. The hammer is with him because, like, he's the god of blacksmithing. Zeus oh, God. Zeus is incredible, as always, in this game, Timmy, because he's like, we're all a happy family, right? And I never done any transgressions before. He's like a very pouty dad in this game, Timmy. And they added Hera into this game, his wife, and every time he talks about Hera, Timmy, he like praises her. Like he lavishes her with all the praises he can, because the amount of times he's cheated on her and how Hera is like angry with him. It's incredible. Again, the people made such, like, the writing in this game is one of my favorites, because there is very few, not only games, properties managed to get like original material like this and write it with modern sensibilities while trying to translate those old writings and old characters and keep all of their proper characteristics from their old mythologies and translate them perfectly with modern sensibilities. It's very hard to do so, and some people don't even try because it's that how ridiculously hard it is. But Hades 1 and Hades 2 pull that out like amazingly. Is Hera the god of gags? Well, Hera is like the goddess of family. So, but she's one spiteful bitch as well. Like I need to say that right now. She's spiteful as hell. To understand, like, so Hephaestus was thrown off the mountain. The golden wheelchair has another meaning as well, if you know mythology. The way Hephaestus managed to get into the pantheon of gods. So I don't remember. It was like during. I don't remember if it was during the wedding of Zeus and Hera or it was during another celebration. Hephaestus gave them a present without saying that it was him. The present was like for Hera, was a amazing golden throne. Like one of the, like in the ancient Greek mythology texts, is like the most like amazing golden throne that a very electricity died. Oh no, what happened? Are you okay? It was like no god could have made such a throne. So Hera was like, oh, that's for me? Perfect. Like, let me sit on the throne. And when Hera sits on the throne, the throne activates and straps her down. And she cannot get off the throne at all. Zeus tries, nothing. Every god tries to get her off the throne, nothing. Nada. Like, they cannot break it, they cannot break it, they cannot figure it out, nothing. And then Hephaestus appears cloaked and says to Zeus, I'll do it. And Zeus was like, who are you? The factor scum, typical, yeah. And he goes like, I am your son that you threw off a fucking mountain. And kind of like, because of that whole ordeal, like Hera and Zeus kind of saw like, yeah, okay, this guy, like, he needs to be in the pantheon. Not only he's our son, he literally created the most beautiful thing we've ever seen and the most complicated engineering-wise thing we've ever seen. He deserves his seat on the pantheon. So, yeah, the golden wheelchair probably is a reference to that as well. And as you can see, like, there is a lot of patterns on, like, tattoos here and, like, on the chair and everywhere that reminds us of the ancient Greek vases that we found, like, in relics. There is, like, and again, this is one fucking picture of a god. The way they speak, the way they, like, communicate with other gods, the way the stories progress, like, it's really good. The titans in this game, like Kronos, who is the main bad guy. I'm not gonna show the design or anything. I will leave it for you to find out. Top-notch design. Top-notch design. It's insane how good this stuff. Now, obviously, I am a bit biased because I am Greek and I like my ancient Greek mythology. but dear Lord, the amount of detailing on everything in this game is just like chef's kiss. Definitely one of the best games that I've played. Definitely in the top 5 of 2025 for me. If you haven't played Hades 1 and Hades 2, for the love of God, play them. They're amazing games. And they would teach you a lot about ancient Greek mythology without like you even knowing that it does, because of how good the writing is. But yeah, so these were the 2 games that I played for the most part. The rest of the holidays was like either me eating a lot of food, go for a run in the morning, like just to burn some of the calories because I was eating so much. Only if the sealed weapon is back. I'm sorry, Mikey. It's not back. There are other good weapons though. Oh, the skull. When you get the skull, you'll see. You'll have fun. There is like, the shield is not back, but there are other weapons that work similarly with the weapons that are not back. So it's not like you lose them. It's just like they work differently. Then you should play it still, Viking. It's really good. But yeah, so that was like kind of like my average day during the holidays. Spend time with my mom, go for a walk or go for a run, like see some friends, play some games, like eat a lot of food, either like homemade food or go out with my mom like to a tavern or a restaurant or anything like that. You know, like I had a very nice relaxing time. Like when I go to Greece for holiday, it's one of the very few times that I have like that sometimes I will lie on bed and be like, oh my God, I have nothing to do. You know, I don't need to think about like, I don't have anything in the backlog that I need to do or anything like that. I can just relax. Nothing is on my head. Nobody like from work can get like needs anything from me. I don't have any responsibilities that I need to, or any like loose ends from like stuff that I need to do. Yeah, like just enjoying a relaxing time. And then it was time to leave. And here we go to the fucking to how the year starts. So yeah, so we're like, I'm in the Greek airport. The flight gets delayed for a bit, but it, like, you know, we go on the flight, we travel to Amsterdam, fine. And then we get there and we see that the flight to Edinburgh is cancelled. And I'm like, okay, what now? It was 12:30 at night, so nothing was open in the airport. I've heard about that game. I've heard about Jotun Slayer, the game Viking. Never played it, unfortunately, but I've heard about it. I should probably give it a look at some point as well. But yeah, so I get to the airport. Nothing is open. It's 12:30, except for some like food places or anything like that at the like bottom layer of the airport. The airport has like 2 floors essentially. So I go outside the offices of KLM, my airline that I was flying with, and the offices were like, hey, we will be open at 5:30 in the morning. I was like, all right, I'll just go somewhere to sit down and pass some time. I was like trying to sleep or look at some videos on YouTube and stuff like that. And just, you know, like until 5:00, and then I'll just like go and ask them what will happen. 5:00 comes, go there, and I see there is already like a queue that has formed. I was like, all right, I'll just wait in the queue and see what happens. Now Ooh! Can you send a link on the games recommendation for that, Viking? A boomer shooter with a mix of Vampire Survivors. That sounds cool. I would like to check that out. But yeah, I am like waiting in the queue, and they are like slow as hell. There is only like 5 people who there working. Mind you, it's Sunday after New Year's. Like, I'm like, you know what? Many of them are probably still on holiday, so that's why it's going slow. I thought that, but no, that's not the case. It was always 5 people for every fucking day, even after Monday. Nick, am I going to see you on a car service together on the 4th of February? Wait, what? I don't get that reference, Nicola. Are you referencing a car service game or something? That there's a game that's just car service simulator. I see. Okay. Thank you, Viking. But yeah, so I'm sitting down, so I'm waiting in the queue. 4 hours go by. Reach there, and I'm like, all right. And they go like, okay, there is a flight open tomorrow at the morning. Here's the ticket. Here's a hotel voucher for tonight. Go. Oh, look! You joined just in time, my friend. You joined just in time for me talking about my horrible experience being stranded in Amsterdam. So, and thank you for the subscription as well, friend. Happy New Year. How are you? How was the holiday? We're gonna do all the classic struts, like use the drill to revert the number. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know that. That will make it easier to insure. But yeah, so they give me a hotel voucher. They give me a ticket for tomorrow, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And they're like, there is a shuttle bus for the hotel that leaves every half an hour outside here. And I'm like, all right, okay, let's take it and go. Let's take it and go to the hotel. So I take the shuttle bus, go to the hotel, and the hotel guys were like, Nick, how many times during those days did you cry? I didn't, Timmy, but I will tell you now. After, there was a moment that I was very close. But yeah, so I will tell you, and I will tell you when, Timmy. Don't worry. So I'm like, okay, let's go to the hotel. So I go to the hotel. The hotel staff is like, guys, because it was like 12 o'clock. It was like, guys, the room's open at 3. But we will be serving lunch in an hour. And I was like, all right, I'll just wait, have some lunch, and then go to my room. And as I'm waiting, I'm getting an email that says your flight for tomorrow has been cancelled. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going for lunch. I need to go back because the queue is gonna be long to see if what I can do again. So I go back to the airport, wait in the same again for another 5 hours in the queue, and then when I arrive there, they go, all right, there is a flight that leaves tonight at the flight that leaves this afternoon at half six, 7, somewhere there. And we can still book you in. And I'm like, yes, please. So they put me on that flight, go, pass all the security checks, wait for the flight. We board. All the suitcases are in. The plane is ready. But the airport took so long to prepare, aka clean the runway, get a vehicle to push the aircraft through some of the more icy, snowy paths to the runway, and get a vehicle to de-ice the wings. We were waiting in the plane, fully boarded, ready to go for 4 hours. And then after all that, the pilot came out, completely exasperated himself as well. Because again, I'm not blaming any on the staff on this by any means. And he was like, guys, we need to cancel because it took so long for the airport to prepare everything that if we leave, the Edinburgh airport will be closed by the time we arrive. So we won't even be able to like disembark from there. So there is no point. So went out of the aircraft. But wait, no, not all airports are open 24/7. It's not that the airports are never fully closed, but the people who work there, especially for preparing getting the suitcases out, getting like, putting like, controlling the buses and everything like that. Like, most airports don't have like a full staff during the night, but there are some that are like, have night flights. Edinburgh is not one of those because it's a smaller airport. So we get out of the aircraft that was fully loaded. They get the fucking suitcases out as well. I didn't, by the way, I was traveling light. I had the bag and a small suitcase with me, so I didn't had any problems with that. I was carrying everything on me all the time. Because if I had like a big bag, a big suitcase, man, that is another disaster. Like, I was hearing fucking horror stories of suitcases going missing, people waiting 5 hours in line to see where their suitcases were. I was talking in one of the lines that I was waiting to see if I can get another ticket or hotel voucher. I heard about people who were like stuck in Amsterdam, yet somehow their suitcases made it to their destination. Like, yeah. So I still had the hotel voucher though. So I go to the hotel. At that point, guys, I hadn't slept for 32 hours. So I was like, I'm going to bed. And I sleep. I sleep for like 10 hours. The next day I wake up. Wait, you never checked your luggage? I only had small luggages. I was only carrying stuff with me, Matthias. I didn't have anything big. So I was lucky for that. What day was all this? That was on a Sunday. Monday comes. I go to the airport. I eat a big breakfast because the breakfast was free and I hadn't eaten for a day and a half. So I go to, I literally pick 3 fucking plates full of food, stockpile, and then go to the airport. Wait in a queue for fucking 6 hours or something. They gave me a ticket and another hotel voucher. And then I leave, go to the hotel, sleep, and wake up the next day, look at my phone, your flight has been cancelled. All right, back again. Tuesday, go to the queue, wait for 7 hours in the queue, and then the airport staff, security staff appears and goes, guys, there are too many people. The airline cannot accommodate for all of you. The queue is closed, and they just shoot us away. After 7 hours of waiting, it was like, yeah, no, figure it out yourself. I was like, great. So, how is that okay? I don't know, TV. I don't know how it is okay, but that's what happened. So, I took the like this has to be valid before travel or so. I don't know, man. But yeah, I booked my own hotel. Go to the hotel. Wake up the next day. See that another flight is cancelled. Book, like, at that point, I'm like, I am not even going to try to go into the queue. Fuck that. And the thing is, as I said before, the amount of people in the traveling offices were the same since Sunday. Like, even though it was like Tuesday and Wednesday, like, we're talking, it's the weekend is off, the like Christmas, the holiday season, the holidays of the holiday season are done. They were still the same number. They didn't bring any more people to service people. They didn't bring any more like staff to help with like accommodating for people trying to find like anything, like a hotel or anything like that. Nothing. It was the same stuff. So they were like, so I was like, I'm not waiting to the queue again. Fuck that. I booked my own hotel, got a ticket from the self-service machine they had there. Thankfully, I was thankfully they had like a ticket for the next day. Booked that. Went to another hotel that I booked. Guess what? Woke up on Wednesday. Fucking cancelled as well. And I am like, all right. All this time, by the way, I have been looking for buses or trains to get out. And could they just take half people one day and take the rest the next day? Nah. They just were like, oh, you're too many. We cannot accommodate for you. Goodbye. And then, and then I was like, all of this, like, because I was trying to book tickets for a train. Nah. Trains were like off because of the snow. Like, they were not moving out of Amsterdam. Buses, same thing. A lot of the roads were snowed in, so they had to clear them out. So not even buses were leaving. So, but by Wednesday, I found a bus on Wednesday night that leaves from Amsterdam and goes to London. It's a 12-hour drive. And by the way, I'm like, all right, book it. At that point, I also was physically ill. I had like shivers, cold sweats, and a sore stomach. And I was like, I don't care how I am. I just want to get out of here. I will like fucking withstand anything, even if it is a 12-hour bus drive. And thankfully, by the time the evening came, because my bus was leaving at 6 o'clock, I was like feeling better. So I go, get in the bus. This is Wednesday night. Oh no, not Wednesday night, sorry, Thursday night. Yeah, this is Thursday night. I get in the bus. Oh no, wait, no, it is Wednesday night, sorry, my apologies. It's Wednesday night. I get in the bus drives, and then, as we're driving, by the way, 30 minutes later, the driver says on the speakers, we have to go back to Amsterdam because the port of Dover is shut down because of the weather conditions. Because the bus, in order to go to London, needed to use a ferry. And the port in the UK, where the ferry would travel, had to shut down because of the weather. So, back again, go to Amsterdam. the second time now, when I was almost out. Go back. Thankfully, I found a pretty cheap hotel close to where the bus station was. And that's where I was about to like... I didn't cry, but I was like, guys, I was mentally shattered. I was like, as I said, sick. Like, I was having the shivers. I was in a hotel room, like alone, trying to like being hungry. I couldn't eat anything because of my stomach being upset. Like, mentally and physically just exhausted. I was like feeling like a Silent Hill protagonist. I was like, Amsterdam was my own fucking personal Silent Hill. I can't get out. And every time I'm so close to get out, the fucking like purgatory comes in and goes like, nope. So I managed to get some sleep, very broken sleep, because I was ill as well. But I sleep, wake up the next day. Thankfully, the breakfast was free. Where were you in Amsterdam? So originally I was mostly around the airport, Nicola, for the first 3 days because all public transportation was shut down because of the weather, except for taxis. And I was not using the taxis because the taxis was like are horrendously expensive. You need to pay 34 euro for 8 kilometers of drive. Are you fucking serious? What the, like taxi drivers in Amsterdam must be like the richest cunts in the world. Pick up any brownies. Where? I couldn't leave the airport. Nowhere. Like I couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, this is way more expensive. Like man, 40 like with 40 euro I can go from the Greek airport to my mom's like place, which is like 4 or 5 times the distance. Like it's insane. What the fuck is like again, taxi drivers like in Amsterdam must be the richest cunts if they have like if people pay those prices. Now, mind you, I understand why because when the public transport works in Amsterdam, they have a phenomenal public transportation, but it was shut down because of the fucking weather. We couldn't go anyway. So with all of that, sorry, with petrol, it wasn't even petrol. Most of them were electric. But yeah, so after the fiasco with the bus, I wake up the next day, go have some breakfast. I couldn't have too big of a breakfast because again I was still feeling a bit ill. But before I go, oh, no, those prices were normally that high, look, because they had like a price catalog in the taxi wait station in the airport. Those were the normal prices. But I go to the as I woke up on Thursday, I check online and I see that the trains are actually working. And I'm like, okay, go online, see the train from Amsterdam to London, and they have a ticket for 2.5 hours from now. And I'm like, all right, book that ticket immediately, went, got breakfast, and then got my stuff and used the train, the public transport in the city because it was working at that point. Went to the Amsterdam Central Station and went and like to take the train for London. And thank God that worked perfect. Like we only had a 15-minute delay. That was it. So like mind you, I couldn't relax until we until we crossed the channel. And for the train, for those who don't know, they have an underground tunnel that goes underground the canal, under the canal to cross to the UK. And I couldn't literally, because of everything that I've been through, I couldn't relax until I reached UK soil. Once we passed the tunnel and I saw that we made it into the UK, like, I was like, I could feel a major like weight off my shoulders just go like, because I knew that no matter what, yes, no, I know, Timmy. That's the thing. Like as Timmy says, in hindsight, you kind of escaped another disaster because after you left, more weather chaos hit the places. Yes, I know. That's why I was like praying that nothing was happening. But yeah, Like you felt misery weight off, but felt the depression of being in the UK creep up. No, I was like, I'm back home. So I got to London, and then immediately from London got a train to Edinburgh. So it was like 4.5 hours from the Amsterdam to London, and then another 4.5 hours from London to Edinburgh. And from Edinburgh, two of my friends um, came and got me and drove me from Edinburgh to my home, which is another like hour and a half drive. And thank God, God bless them as well. They were like, they had like all the Scottish snacks. They had an iron brew for me. They had like tea cakes. They had caramel wafers. They had like every Scottish thing, tablets. I was like, here, Nick, get food. And yeah, and eventually at like 9 o'clock, no, yeah, around there, half 9 o'clock at night on Thursday, 5 days after I left Greece, I managed to make it back. No, it's not even 6. It's like if you leave from London, look, it's like 4.5 hours. How much is it? I paid a bit of a pricey ticket, but if you book it in advance, it's probably gonna be less than £100. Look, what are the travel expenses you're trying to get back now? It has to be in the 4 digits. Yep, it's definitely a grand, Timmy. Now, some of them I already have back. The plane, they paid back the whole plane ticket, so that's good. So that's like £400 back, which is good. I managed to get a full refund for the bus ticket as well, and now I'm waiting for the hotel expenses. So, and also like, look, you like literally the train is like in Amsterdam Central when you arrive. So you're in the center of Amsterdam as well, which is great. Do you know if you haven't used trains, would you? Yes. No, no, no. If I haven't used a train, Viking, I would still be stuck there because guess what? The buses are like still stuck as well because a lot of the ports are not working still. So yeah, man, fucking 5 days. And again, I couldn't do anything there because the snowfall was so severe that everything was sat in public transportation. You couldn't get, except if you wanted to pay like, a crazy amount of money from taxis, like to pay like £100 one way from the airport to the city center, which I am not doing. Got any snow pictures? I was phoning my mom every few hours. She was phoning me as well every few hours. So we had a constant contact. Oh well, I'll take it later. Sorry, just got like an email. So, but yeah, everything was fine. Now I'm like, Mom, it's okay. I made it back, and we're both okay. I'm still recovering. I'm still feeling a bit sick. Mick, remember, we only hear you when you're on the mic. Yeah, sorry. This is one of the things I need to get used to, I guess. But on the other hand, you won't be hearing as many clicking noises if I'm playing fighting games or a controller when I'm streaming. So that's a good benefit from this as well. I just need to be a bit more mindful where I place my head. But yeah, I'm still feeling a bit ill from everything. Um, but yeah, it was horrid. Like that was the main um, that was like that's how the year started for me. Hopefully, all that bad luck and suffering is held will help. Will counterbalance the rest of the year. Hopefully, we'll see. Also, one moment, I'm trying to post on Discord a couple of pictures that I caught of all the snow. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and this one is good. Yeah, I'm posting a photography, some of them right now, so I can show them to you on stream as well. Up, there we go. Thank you, Viking, for the there, and yeah. Here's some, like, here's one. That was like one that I got on the train when I was coming here. Here is one where it was like when I was waiting for the bus. This was on the train station. This was outside the hotel. Look at the snow. Look at the snow. And here's like when I was waiting for the bus back to go to the airport from the hotel. But yeah, insane. Insane. Oh, there were still people that even if they were not cycling, look, they were like just pushing their bikes themselves on the snow. They were not carrying, man. Dutch people in cycling is like they probably are married to those bicycles. Because dear Lord, I was like, man, why are you cycling in these conditions? Are you crazy? But they were, so well, getting that exercise, I guess. At the very least, they would stay warm because of the, of all the movement. But yeah, definitely one of the worst times of my life because like I was mentally exhausted, physically ill, like, and there were moments that I was at the lowest ever. Like again, especially like after like the bus got cancelled and I had to go back, I booked a hotel and I was like sick and everything. I was just like on the bed in the night just being like, I don't want to deal with anything anymore ever. Forget it. Oh yeah. I did had some like funny conversations with strangers on the line and stuff, but people were pissed as well. Like, oh, I have one last funny story because of course, when I was on the train going back to London from Amsterdam, there was like one British woman that was getting more and more drunk by the hour. By the way, it was only 4.5 hours, right? And by the last hour, she was literally shouting. Literally. And she was a rude cunt as well. Because at some point, one person went to her and went like, Sus, stop, you're loud. And instead of like, she was that drunk, instead of like going like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll try to be a bit more silent. She was like, don't you dare sus me! Don't you dare! Like screaming at the top of her lung. Like, oh my god. John Breeze woman being a rude cunt. Just an average day then. Yeah, but man, like, we were all mentally like fatigued because most of the train was people who were at the same place as me. Probably she was as well, but she was so drunk, man. She was talking about like her ex-husbands and her kids because she had 2 ex-husbands. With both of them she had like children as well, and talking about like throwing bogus religious excuses of why it was okay for her to be drunk and not her kids. Just just insanity. Absolute insanity. Usually it's like, I don't know, man. It wasn't mentally fatigued. It was mentally shit-faced. Both, yeah. You should have asked her for some. Nah, man, nah. None of these things help in these kind of situations. Fuck that. But yeah, I managed to make it back. Everything, like, now I'm back. Everything is nice. Like, well, not nice. I'm still recovering from an illness. But I have everything set. Like, my friends helped me to go, like, because the thing is, it's not snowy here, but it's like the streets are full of ice here as well in the UK, because we're getting, like, every night we're getting -3 to -5 degrees, and I live in Scotland, which is always wet, so all the wet surfaces just become ice completely. And yeah, like, it's just pain. That's good, mind you. That's only gonna be for the next couple of days. I've heard. Let me just check the weather report for me as well, because from what I've been hearing, like, it will start getting quite good again in a couple of days. Yeah, like on Monday it says that it's gonna be 9 degrees, which, if that's the case, that would be amazing. But tomorrow there is a yellow warning for snow and ice between 2 a.m. and 3 p.m. So I'm not leaving the house tomorrow. But yeah, it's gonna be way better, like, starting from Monday. So that's good at least. Oh, cannot wait to just, like, have normal weather again, man. Like, don't want to see snow for at least another year or two. Yeah, it seems that where I am, it's kind of like we're like kind of the storm won't hit us as much. But yeah, now before I finish this, let's talk a little bit about why this shit happened. Why was the airport and the airlines so ill equipped for this situation? Now, let's talk about the things that were beyond anyone's control. Number one, and a major one, is this storm that came kind of out of nowhere. Not a lot of people were expecting it. Not a lot of people were expecting it to be this big and this, like, disastrous when it comes to, like, how much snow and everything was coming down. And it didn't help. It's because they don't give the road critters funny names. No, it's something else as well. Like, and also it's because, like, again, the storm hit on the second day of the year. Like, David Plow is a very good name for a plow. Like, or spready mercury. That sounds amazing for a salt spreader. I agree. But yeah, like, beyond the control, storm came out of nowhere, hit on the second day of the year where a lot of people are still on holiday. So not as many people are working. So understaffing is a thing. But here's where, like, the excuses end, because, as I said before, Monday came and things didn't improve at all. Actually, they became worse because more and more people were getting stranded. Gritty bang bang. All actual gritty names in the UK. Gritty bang bang is amazing as well. But yeah, like, Monday came, like, the week came in and nothing was getting, actually things were getting worse because more and more people were getting stuck, and it didn't seem that any major improvement on the staffing was happening. As I said before, when I was waiting on the queue on Monday, there were still only 5 people working on the traveling agency offices. The same number as Sunday, which, you know, kind of weird. There's a train that's job is to remove leaves from the truck, and it's called Control Alt Leaf. But yeah, nothing. And this is something like, and you would hear from a lot of people about like how understaffed a lot of both the airlines and the airport was. And this is kind of like what has been happening recently in a lot of areas, in a lot of companies, because so Nick, what are you saying? Is never visiting your family during winter again? No. Again, that was just unlucky. Like, I just hope that I won't have to do that again, if possible. But what happened? One of the main reasons though is because like everything was understaffed. And why was it like all these areas were understaffed? Because I don't know if you have like, we've talked about it like in a lot of cases, not only here, but a lot of companies are just like, yeah, companies they don't have to save money. To be honest, they don't have to save money. They want to save money because of profit margins. Oh yeah, don't even start with the AI. The company was like, oh yeah, no, Nikki, don't get it. Shareholders have to see green. Yeah, go fuck themselves, man. I will get to that point in just a bit, Nicola, because there is something funny I have to share with all of you that I found out recently. But yeah, like fucking a lot of companies, and this is a good example, is that because like Nick is getting replaced by AI in his work. No, I'm not thankful. Like, I'm a janitor. Good luck with that. And then also people not showing up for work because of all the snow. That as well. But also, like, we've seen it not only in airline companies, in every company, where in the past like couple of years now, because of you know, profit, because we need to see investors like being happy. It's just like AI can't replace his authentic Greek script. That is true. But yeah, they're just like, no. We need to, like, they have made a lot of areas now, and a lot of companies in many sectors now work with the bare minimum. Like, they've cut down their staff and their facilities. Like, they've trimmed down everything they can, so they can get maximum profit. But the margin of what is like, you know, clean cut is your average fucking day. And then when something really shitty happens, like this, everything comes crashing down. And I know this for a case because this is not the first time I've been stranded. Oh, Matthias. If it doesn't last, the investors won't care, because what they can do is like make the company file for bankruptcy and then liquefy their assets, close the company, and they make profit out of the liquidification through the shares. That's literally the cycle that has been happening, and that's been something that has been happening in the video game industry as well. But yeah, like. That's welcome to the world. But yeah, as I was saying before, I know this is the case because this is not the first time I've been stranded in Amsterdam. This happened to me a decade ago as well. 10 years ago, I was stranded in Amsterdam because of a snowstorm again. But that time, when we went to talk to people, they were like 20 different desks of people to talk to. So the queue line was like not 7 hours, but it was 3 hours. It was at that point, even at night, And then I got a ticket for 2 days later. I got a hotel accommodation, and guess what? When the time came for me to go to fly, I got in the plane, everything worked on schedule, and I went back home. I only had a day and a half delay. Okay, Nick, but think of the poor billionaire. How will buy their fifth yacht? Like, here's the thing, though. Ever thought to stop going to Amsterdam? No, but that was like, again, as I said to you, Viking, last time that happened, it was seamless. Seamless. And then, you know, every other travel that I've done like this for a decade, never had that problem. So, you know. But, no, absolutely. Like, I'm not traveling with KLM ever again. Like, fuck them. Fuck them royally. Like, I'm gonna get, like, I got the ticket money. I'm gonna get, hopefully I'm gonna get as many of the, like, hotel expenses that I did and never look back. They used to be a great company, but now they're trash. And, like, just so you know, oh, by the way, one moment. What is this? Fuck off, Google. I don't want to use your AI. Anyway, so the KLM CEO made an announcement. It was on the articles. Oh yeah, there we go. KLM CEO apologized for bad communication in snow chaos. Dozens of flights cancelled today. That was on Friday. That was yesterday. And it says, KLM should have communicated better with passengers who got stranded in Switzerland this week. CEO of the... Marian Lintel, CEO of the airline, said on Thursday. Thousands of flights have been cancelled due to snow and strong winds. And there was another like 80 flights cancelled in Friday. Yeah, and it goes like, because one of the things that they were saying was like, we cannot accommodate for you in the offices. Just go on our app and follow things where. And guess what? One of the major things that they were saying is like, talk to our AI assistant. Did you learn any new words in Amsterdam? No, because I wasn't talking to a lot of Dutch people there, Beamish, to be honest with you. Also, Happy New Year, friendo. It's good to see you. And then it says like, I understand the frustration. What we're seeing is that people in Schiphol also need much more information than what's in the app. What you get in email or what you can find on your phone. The problem, of course, is that when you have to rebook 300,000 people and 70% of your flights are cancelled because there is no capacity at the airport to fly, it's very difficult to say you're going tomorrow, because tomorrow your flight might be cancelled again. But what we've seen is that if you can't provide that information, you still have to be there for all your passengers to help them. No fucking shit! Oh, hello! Welcome. Sending hello from India. Welcome. God, I hope the weather is way better for you than it's from here, friend. But welcome. We're just finishing the horrid travel I had back, where I was stranded for 5 days in Amsterdam because of a snowstorm. No fucking shit. Like, she said KLM will evaluate events of the past few days and learn lessons from them. How can we ensure that we inform our customers better? The CEO said. We have to do better than we have done now. By the way, do you see that they say inform? Nothing about improving their like services or having more staff or anything like that. No. Just how we inform. If it's snowing in India, it'd be fucking baffled. I mean, India is a huge place. There must be like some areas in India that get snow. It's a huge country. One of the biggest countries. And not only in population, I mean in landmass. But also, thank you for joining. Again, we're gonna start playing video games on Monday. just scrolling and see you. Looking cool, guy. Stopping your stream. Absolutely, man. Thank you for stopping by. Again, today is more of a just chatting stream because this is the first stream of the year and I went through a horrid experience being stranded for 5 days in Amsterdam because of a snowstorm. And I managed to came back like yesterday with a cold and everything. Is it that Chinese? No. I am... yeah, many places have Indian snow. There we go. Because they have mountains as well. But yeah, so I was sharing the horrid detail of everything. But don't worry, we'll be talking about what video games we'll be playing starting on Monday. We have a lot of fun stuff to do. Because I can't, even through everything that I've said, I cannot wait for this year, especially with how many games we have for the stream, and hopefully now that a lot of this bad stuff is behind me, we'll be able to have a more nice, smooth ride for the rest of the year. But yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I also got oh yeah, wait. Let me also read out an email that they sent to us twice. This is the same email, by the way. Let me find it. Yeah, there we go. Over the past few days, winter weather conditions at the Schiphol Airport have significantly deteriorated. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. It's Pagania. I hope I said it properly. Appreciate it. Adverse weather, including wind, snow, and icy conditions, has caused reduced runway capacity, which has a severe impact on both flight and ground operations. Current forecasts indicate that these challenging conditions are expected to continue over the upcoming days. As a result, operations are expected experiencing multiple flight cancellations and significant delays. We fully understand the situation, exceptional as it may be, has caused delays and discomfort to you. Let me assure you that our teams are working around the clock at maximum capacity to reschedule cancelled flights. By the way, from Tuesday and up, not even now, I need to say this right to you right now. It's Saturday. I haven't oh, thank you for that, Kami. For that command. That's very good. That's very helpful. Appreciate it. But yeah, this is it's Saturday. I haven't received from them a flight reschedule since Tuesday. And I still haven't got one. Just so you understand how hard they're trying. The measures we have taken include operating flights where possible, using larger aircrafts where possible to allow more customers to board, and rebooking everybody whose travel has been disrupted. I took a train, Bimis. Once the trains opened, I took one of the first trains back. No, boats were even... The ports were closed as well. Teleportation. Fast travel warp. I used the bonfire. Yeah. I warped using bonfire. Yeah. Had the fucking frozen. Yeah, exactly. I ice skated here. What else? Sales on flying has been restricted, not banned, to allow our disrupted customers to leave at the earliest opportunity. Due to the scale of duration and situation, it takes more time than usual, but helping you reach your destination remains our top priority. That's an email sent to everybody by the CEO of KLM. Now, of course, you all know that all these shortages in stuff, like a lot of companies, in order to maximize profit, they're trying to put AI in order to do the work, especially when it comes to customer service, which sucks balls. If you've ever had the experience, which I did recently because of all this kerfuffle, to talk to an AI chatbot that a company is using for customer service, it's horrid. And my strat, and this is a strategy that I recommend for all of you, is to to speed run, to make the AI connect you to. So if you waited for them, you're a potato in the airport terminal. If I was waiting for them, babies, I would still be in the airport with no ticket inside. That's why, after Tuesday, I started searching for ways to live by myself. And try to make the AI be like, all right, I don't have an answer for you with these parameters that I've been receiving. I'm gonna connect you with somebody in the customer support. Did they feed you and send you to cute dads entertain? No, nothing. Like Bimis, as I was saying before, on Tuesday we were waiting in line for 7 hours, and then they said, "You're too many to accommodate. The line is closed. Go away, please." That's the treatment that we got. So, well done. But I want to give a. I don't think that we should change the job. If he would have escaped by himself, the next snow chaos would have hit the town, an area on the next day. Exactly. So he would still be there right now. Exactly. So I'm very happy that I managed to escape. But yeah, I have to give a suggestion with a recent example as well of I think trying to change customer service or changing AI jobs with AI like those, because what are they trying to do? Companies want to see profits. If you're an investor, hear me out. I want this is top tip. Early 2026 top tip for everybody that in the company, especially for investors. Hear me out. I know that you're trying to use AI to maximize profits, but how are you trying? You're trying to maximize profits by paying less with using AI. But I think that you target the wrong jobs. I think that in order to make a company be profitable, you also need to have a good image for your company. You cannot have a good image when you're changing basic jobs that people need to survive for and for jobs that people are needed in order for a company to run smoothly. Because if you do that, yeah, you will make some money in the short run, but in the long run, the company will be able to provide those profits that you want. I think that you need to stop looking from the bottom of the line, and you need to start changing jobs at the top of the line. And let me give you guys an example in a video game. News. So, guys, do you know Crafton? The Crafton. I don't remember. Which is, you see, Matthias, I'm getting there. I have a big plan. I was thinking about that. So, Crafton is a video game publisher. Now, they have published some really good games. One of them being Subnautica. Another really cool thing that they've done recently was that they were the ones that bought Hi-Fi Rush and put it back for sale. But they've been under fire recently, especially their CEO. Why? Because the CEO of Krafton wanted to not pay the bonuses for the Subnautica 2 developers. For those who don't know, the developers that were making Subnautica 2 had a contract that said when the game that they would get some bonuses during the creation of Subnautica 2 on top of their actual wage. And the CEO of Krafton said, no, you're not getting those. And obviously, because it was it was in a contract, they took him to court. And this is important to say because this is something. Because this is. Oh, come on. Because. Because AI plays a role in this. So, they're in the middle of they're in the middle of the lawsuit. This was like, when was this? 18th of November. So like a couple of months ago. So he didn't want to pay the bonuses that he agreed on. I need to remind you, this is on a contract for the Subnautica 2 developers. And as the lawsuit was happening, for those who don't know, anything that is on during a trial, if you said something in a chatbot that is like can be considered evidence or can help on a case on a trial, they are legally good choice, Kami, for Balatro. That gets us evidence in the court. So the Krafton CEO has been using ChatGTP for some of his things, for some of his decisions. So in a pre-trial brief filed by lawyers representing the trio, it is claimed that the Krafton CEO, Chang'an Kim, consulted ChatGPT to find a way to avoid paying the devs bonuses. Why? UW, it's the Unknown Worlds, was supposed to get... Unknown Worlds is the company that is making Subnautica 2. Oh, sorry. UW was supposed to get... Yeah, wait, Timmy. It gets funnier. UW was supposed to get the earnout of $191 million if sales targets were achieved, which they were. But Kim thought it was professional embarrassment, that's in quotes, that made him, quotes again, a pushover. And he'd lose the company because he overpaid the studio. My man. So, Matthias, he asked the AI, Matthias, I will explain it to you in internet terms, in meme terms. He asked the ChatGPT for a way to find a way to not pay the bonuses for the studio that made Subnautica 2, because if he did, it would make him look like less of a chad of a CEO in his mind. That's it. That's what he typed in the chat bot as well. And here is the kicker. Alas, even AI told him it would be, quote, difficult to cancel the earnout, supporting the opinion of Krafton's head of corporate development, Maria Park. The brief says that Krafton did not produce the ChatGPT conversation and when pressed confirmed that they no longer exist. So, I want to preface this as an example that, in my opinion, don't try to change the staff and the members who are like making a company work properly and like go smoothly and bring like the results, happy customers, and happy customers equals like, you know, profit. Don't do that, because that will bring more unhappy people and less good services. In my opinion, if you want to save money, why don't you just change the fucking CEOs with AI, man? Honestly. Because from this, even the AI had the fucking proper, like, even the AI was morally correct. Even the AI was like, dude, no. What are you doing? You're contractually obligated. Pay them. Like, come on. And also, like, let's see. I want to see. Can I find it? $3.5 billion won. $3.5 billion won. How much is that in? Won in pounds. 3.5. Oh, 0.0018. Calculator. £180 million. This guy, in 1 year, made £180 million. So, if you just change him with an AI, and again, this is only one job that that from a small example, we saw that it could do perfectly easily, an AI. Perfectly easily. You can save 180 million. Just like that. I'm pretty sure that's more money saved than, like, you know, taking away like hundreds of thousands of positions with AI from the bottom. Speculation on my part. I don't know the economics like that, but I have a suspicion that that's the case. I think we're looking at that at the wrong, like, and this is like what I want, and this is like my small tip to every investor out there. Don't try to like kick out, like, replace, but Nick, then the CEO can buy the yacht. Even better! That's the thing. What? If this, why would an AI need a yacht? Fuck it. At the very least, fucking AI can follow a fucking contract. Do you hear GTA 6 is likely going to miss its 2027 release date? Well, 2026 definitely. I don't care, man. I'm not, Nick, you're really unfair right now to the CEOs. Man, I'm just looking at things pragmatically, you know. I mean, hey, people, investors want to change stuff with AIs. We cannot escape that, so I'm just throwing them a better solution. It's way easier to make an AI that does one guy's job than do like hundreds of thousands of different jobs. Way easier. And you save more money. I was going to say, oh no, wrong year. But at the same time, it will probably miss 2027 too. The way it's going, yeah. Like, man, I am like... When I saw that, I was like... And then there is the other thing, and I'm giving this example because you know why? In the video game industry, a lot of the companies that have embraced AI, and this is the thing that like upsets me the most. A lot of companies that have embraced AI have said like, oh guys, don't worry, we're using the AI only for the conceptual phase. I need to remind everybody that the conceptual phase during the video game development is the phase with the most creativity. So companies have been like, oh yeah, the most creative part of video game development, that's boring. Let's have the AI do that. And it's a bummer as well, because one of the companies that have done that is Level 5. You know, the Professor Layton company. So that new game for the Switch that is coming out is probably gonna be shit because of that. All that nice whimsical charm that the DS and 3DS games, I can tell you, people could tell, oh, I'm only using AI for the first steps, it's full of shit. No, but that's the thing, Tim. It's just like yeah, we're doing it only like, we're just having like the AI do the concept art. It's like, that's the most creative part. What the fuck? It's just like... Yeah, and I saw Viking because you asked as well for the Claire Obscure drama. Like, obviously it's disappointing that Expedition 33 used AI in order to do some of the work. But from what I've been hearing and from what the articles and the interviews have been saying for that, is like the AI, they used it for like areas where, you know, like, oh, we used it for, you know, like places in the world map and stuff that people wouldn't see anyway, or like details, you know, in far away places that like people wouldn't normally look. We used AI to fill those spots, and then we came back ourselves and filled them there. But from what the characters, the story and everything seems to still be man-made and the main places. Look, people like Zero Kid to Cave Town are respectable because they list them themselves. You had to sneak that in, didn't you? They used it for placeholder stuff until actually... Yeah, that's fine. That's, again, placeholder. Because that means that we just had it there for now, and then like, you know, an artist will come and do their own thing and then put it there. That's fine. But yeah, like, just, that's why I'm saying, just saying, I think like we need to stop trying to use an AI to fill the positions of like thousands of different people that do, all of them do different stuff, and actually use it, and also by doing so make your company work horrible. And why not just do it to change the job of one person at the top who saves you the same amount of money? You know, I think it will work great. My opinion. I have a suspicion that I'm gonna say this. I think an AI would have done a better job with the KLM situation in the airport and storm situation as than whatever the fucking they are doing right now. I'm just saying. Is there a problem? Obviously there is a problem, because that is like getting even closer to Skynet of like robot overlords and stuff like that. But you know what? I'll take an AI overlord that can follow a fucking contract more than like an asshole that tries to not pay its assholes that try to not pay their workers that are contractually obligated to, because it will make me feel like, it will make me look bad. Boo-hoo. Like, fucking die. Honestly. Dear Lord. Like, I hope these fucking cuts. Yeah, like, my God, man. My God. The fact that he typed in a ChatGPT is like, hey, can you find a way for me to like not pay the bonuses that I'm contractually obligated so I don't look like a pushover, please? ChatGPT. And ChatGPT being like, nah, you have to pay them. I don't fucking care what you feel. It's one of the few times that I'm like, wow, okay, I'm with the AI on this one. It's just like, fuck you. But read any good books lately? I haven't read a book for a while. I'd say I have one that I want to read, but I haven't had the time. Let me show you. This one. House of Leaves. It's a very weird. It's a very cool, weird book, because this is not a book that you read normally. Because this is a book that kind of like replicates essentially the style of a journal that somebody. So this is like somebody lived in a weird house and wrote a journal, and then other people that lived in that weird house later and found the same journal made notes on the same journal. So if you look, it's not properly written. There are pages with different passages. There are pages that look like this. There are pages that look like, that have like, notes within other notes. And the point of this book is that as you read it, you go back and forth to see like the different perspectives of the different people that wrote on the same journal and the weird experiences they were having with that house. I know it's like a really good book. Haven't had the time. Like, as always, like, I barely have time to play the games that I want. When the fuck am I going to find, like, ways to time to read the fucking... And it's a big book like this, that you go back and forward and try to find all the notes in different pages. But yeah, it's a really interesting book. A lot of friends of mine have, like, recommended this to me. And some, like, surrealistic games also are based on this, on the writings on this. So... one of the books that eventually I will read, but way later. There we go. So yeah, I haven't read it though. But yeah, House of Leaves. Definitely a lot of my friends have recommended me that, especially if you want something very unique for a book. All right, so I'm gonna go make some tea and check if my towel has dried up. And after that, when I come back, we're gonna talk about what are we going to be playing on stream starting on Monday. So, and what games are looking interesting, and some other news as well, and some trailers and stuff. So I'll be right back. I wasn't sitting, but I was making some tea and took a piss. But yeah, hello, I'm back. So, good to see you all. Hey, Harst. And yeah, now that we talk about all the kind of like horrible things that happened and what probably is going to be horrible trends that are happening, that will be happening with 2026. Because if you think that we're done with like companies dissolving and getting worse and like AI being like in the helm of like how we can maximize profits for companies and making them worse. I mean, if you want, take a look at what happened to EA now, where they were bought by Saudi Arabia, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we are planning. We're like going. We're trying to get a 0% operation cost by using AI in the future." Yeah, good luck with that, guys. We are getting in a situation where we might not be getting any more football games from EA, and like both American football and actual football. If this keeps going, it's gonna be like insane. Going yourself indoor exercise bike. I don't blame you, man. Ooh, nice, man. Let's go. I mean, oh no, yeah, like, yeah, EA. I don't think EA will be. If this continues the way it's going, EA won't be a company in like 5 years or so, except if they change radically. But yeah, let's take away all this negativity. Let's wash ourselves. Be like, all right, we're done. We went through. I went through this horrible fucking experience, being like stranded, like in Amsterdam for 5 days, being able to do nothing and getting mentally depressed. Completely, like, I still push myself. I'm completely away. I managed to recover. Not a lot of people have, unfortunately, and for the people who are still stuck there with no, because again, I could take a train. There are other people that are like probably trying to go to America, or they're trying to go to like other places, and they can't get there. For those, the only thing I will have to say is like, good luck. I give you all the best, and I hope those motherfuckers like at the Schiphol airport and whatever airline that you're with give you more proper like service, instead of just saying like, oh, just go online to talk to our AI chatbot and see what options you get from there. Hopefully, but for them, the best, honestly, because it was those last 5 days for me were horrible, and I wouldn't like. I see gaming progression stalling. It's not, to be honest with you, Harst. Gaming is not stalling. It's just not gonna be spearheaded by the AAA companies anymore. Now gaming is gonna be spearheaded by people who are tired. Oh, hey Ninja, Happy New Year, friendo. Or I hope it's gonna be happy eventually. How are you? Welcome. But yeah, I think gaming is gonna be spearheaded mostly from like people who have been tired from working at AAA companies that only care about profit and actually want to make their own fucking games. And yeah, like, that's like Expedition 33 was a very good example of that. That was like people who were tired on working with AAA companies, especially Ubisoft, and they said, fuck it, we're gonna make our own. And they gathered up, made their own company, make it an actual proper, like, hired people, and made a video game, and not video game that they wanted to make, and put a lot of effort into making themselves. You know, you can see the rest. Look at the awards that it's been getting, and look at the VODs on Necronomy VODs YouTube. Thank you to Timmy for putting up the VODs, and also please go look at it. If you ever missed any of the streams, you can go look at them there. And there is a full series about Expedition 33 that we did on stream, on the stream. And in briefly saying, it's one of the best games of last year. And that's the video games. That's how video games are going to progress from now on. I'm not expecting a lot of stuff from GTA 6. I'm not expecting a lot of stuff for a lot of those companies. I'm gonna enjoy games, a lot of the games that are coming out, either from like single player experiences from AAA companies, like when Capcom releases like Resident Evil 9 and Pragmata. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna like have fun with those games because they're gonna be like, hey, 50 quid, here's a 12-hour game that is probably like well made. Go have fun. Like, you get no live service, nothing like this. Just here is the product. Enjoy. It's gonna be goof. Yeah. Sorry. That was funny. Hey, look at Arc Raid. Is that one of the best online games you've played in 15 years? Yeah, why not? And that's the thing. I was... the guys had experience with another online game as well, before Arc Raid. I don't remember. Which one was it? Sorry. Embark. What did Embark do as well? Yeah, they did the finals as well. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, the guys have experience with this kind of stuff. To be honest with you, Harster, Helldivers 2 is actually quite good. I haven't played it myself, but I have friends of mine who are playing it constantly still. It's really good, from what I've been hearing. But yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying this. There is, Arc Raiders is good. Helldivers seems to be good. It's better than anything else. But that's the thing. Unfortunately, Helldivers 2 is stuck with Sony, so that's a problem. But yeah, what about us though? Because you know me, I'm a weird guy when it comes to video games, especially with with how video game tropes are moving nowadays. A lot of companies still think that live service is the future because we can make people play one game and give money forever. Which I think it's bullshit, and I don't think that's how it should be. But that's not what that's what make profit if it works. So let's fucking risk it all. Oh, hi Bungie with Marathon. Oh God. Okay, can simply continue to play Terraria for another decade. That's as well. But what about us? What about But I love gachas. I know you do, Matthias. I know you do. But for us, let's start with the immediate future. How are we gonna start our streams on Monday? So, on Monday, we will be starting with a Nintendo game because my Switch 2 is still up there and it's collecting dust. I need to actually use it after Donkey Kong Bonanza, and we will with Metroid Prime 4. Now, I know that game has gotten mixed responses. Not mixed in a way though that it's a bad game. Mostly mixed about that it's not like a Metroid Prime game and it's a completely different beast. Some people actually enjoyed a lot of its newer approaches in how it is as a video game, but a lot of the hardcore fans of the Metroid series did not enjoy it because it took it's a very different kind of game. So I don't know what to expect. I haven't looked at any of the gameplay or anything like that. I want to be kind of surprised. But it's not very long. I checked that it's about 16 hours long or something like that. And yeah, I'm actually quite curious to see Metroid Prime 4. If I played it through it, 13 hours. You're not sure. Well, we'll see. I'm interested to see at the very least. It's been a while since I played Metroid Prime. Last time was on the Wii, man. With 3. It's been a long time. So, we'll see. It's been a while, and it's unfortunate that I haven't played Metroid Dread, but you never know. It might actually make me want to play, it might actually be a nice bridge to that. So, yeah, for the hardcore game fans that like the newer version of the game, shocking. Well, it depends on how it goes, Harster, in that sense, because it depends on what franchise and what situation. Sometimes it's overreaction of things. Other times because the newer game is not good. But yeah, so but that's for Monday and Friday next week. On Wednesday we'll play some Monster Hunter Wilds. As always, it's been a while, so I want to actually play it. And there is a new free challenge. There is a new Arc-Tempered Arc-Tempered monster, Jindahad, which I actually managed to beat solo. So and it's a really good fight. So we'll see it together. I will show it on stream. And then on Saturday next week, we're gonna start another big adventure because you know what? The Expedition 33 stream series was really good. I think everybody enjoyed it. I think like having like a game like that, especially now that there isn't any like competitive or any like multiplayer games that I want to play, like until Marvel Talk on or anything like this out. I think like having on Saturday like a game that everybody can come in on Saturdays and watch it and not miss a lot worked very well for Expedition 33. And Saturdays usually tend to be the days that I can stream for 5 hours and above. So with that, on Saturday next week, we're going to start Yakuza 0, which is going to be my first Yakuza game that I've ever played. I've never played that franchise. A lot of people have been recommending it to me. And I'm not going to do a franchise series by any means, but I think it's a good way to start. Still trying to know how Charge Blade works. Oh god. Charge Blade, it's a weird weapon, Viking. And the problem with Charge Blade is like it changes with each game. I don't have a proper set for it, but I can show you at some point if you want to. It's a complicated weapon. It is my favorite weapon type in the franchise though. So the main thing is fill your files, charge your shield, with those, fill your files again, and then use them in axe mode in order to do extra damage. And if you manage to put the monster completely down and like to stay still, do an SAD, which is the end combo of your axe, in order to do like where it unloads the rest of the files that you have, doing massive damage on the monster. And repeat, you have like that kind of like loop of like use sword and shield to fill the files and then use the axe mode in order to do the maximum damage. It's a very, how do you feel? By hitting the monsters with a sword and shield attack, with sword and shield with a sword, and there is a charged attack, a charged sword attack where you see the hunter go like with the sword and then tap 2 hits. Use that move for the most part. That's the one that like gets you the most energy. And then once they file the outline of the red outline of the files, the outline of the files becomes red, put it into you have like a hold shield and Y. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact battle combination because it's muscle memory for me now. And you put it into the shield. If you hold it, then you charge the shield, charge the sword. And then there is other ways to charge the shield as well. To be honest with you, Viking, it's better to look at the guide online on YouTube. It's a complicated weapon. Charge Blade is my favorite weapon, but it's definitely one of the hardest weapons to get into because of how many aspects and moving parts it has. But once it clicks, oh boy. But yeah, so those are the games that we will be playing like for instantly, like for the like immediately after this stream. So that's the short aspect. But then there is like, then again, as I said before, we have Resident Evil 9, which is coming at the end of February. That's definitely a game that I will be playing immediately. And Pragmata, but that's at the end of April. We have a long time before that as well. There was also like some video game trailers, especially for a fighting game that we played here before. For those who don't know, City of the Wolves and Street Fighter 6 also had a trailer. Can we expect one karaoke per Yakuza stream? We'll see. Fighting game streams, Nick. Oh man, my thing is like I would like if I ever have like a Sunday. Oh, sorry, I will allow that. Would you be looking to playing some games with viewers other than Fighters and Monster Hunter? Why was it? Because you said viewers, and viewers have been like a bit of a banned word because of the viewer bots, Harster. I don't know for that, Harst, because as I said before, time, man. I don't have time. Like it's kind of hard. Like just feeding Metroid Prime 4, Yakuza 0, and Monster Hunter in 1 week. That's 4 streams in 1 week. That's like the majority of the free time that I have. So honestly, if there is a game that I'm playing that I'm like enjoying and it has multiplayer and people want to join me, then absolutely. But it's gonna be way harder to do like, or if it is like a one-off, um, or if it is a one-off, you know, kind of like, hey, today we're gonna be playing like this multiplayer game as a one-off, then as well, that's okay. But like, it, I don't know how it will, how often it will be harsh. I mean, my apologies for that because, as I said before, streaming has become the majority of the game time that I have. If I'm not streaming, I'm usually don't playing any games. The VIP, even the VIP is like not immune to the auto mod. Oh, but yeah, like, so my apologies for that. But yeah, like we had, speaking of multiplayer games, we had some fighting game stuff recently. Mostly in the form of, well, number one, Krauser is coming back to City of the Wolves. Like the SNK stuff, unfortunately, are teasers, so I'm not gonna showcase. So I'm not gonna show them because they're just teasers. They don't showcase any of the character or anything like that. And even though the Alex trailer for Street Fighter 6 is a teaser as well, at the very least it shows the fucking model of Alex, so it's a bit, you know, it has a little bit more. So let me just put the Alex trailer, the Alex teaser, because Alex is a character that I really like and I would like to play. I would like to give a try at the very least. How was the Christmas holiday break? Was fantastic, Harster. I had a great time. Lots of food. Spent time with my mother. Spent time with some of my friends there in Greece, and also spent time like just chilling, man, playing games on the Steam Deck and relaxing. It was fun. And then all of that relaxation and energy that I got back immediately got dust because of the fucking being stranded in Amsterdam for 5 days. Also, Nick, in case you didn't see, oh, I'll put that on because Bloodstained is another one that I want to like, that I'm very interested with. But yeah, let's see the Alex teaser because I know that from what I've heard, he's becoming like a heel. A heel, for those who don't know, is like a villain in wrestling terms. Another trailer, okay. That's a move, by the way. That's one of his normals. Look how big he is. Jesus Christ, look at that. The guy is like mostly upper muscle. He probably has chafes when he's trying to sleep on bed. Yeah! Yeah! That's a... Do you think that was the EX version? I love that he's using moves that he has in the game as well, which is good. Yeah! And his command grab. Notice that there is a fridge in the ground. Perfect. I know that's based on the... Oh. But yeah, all of the things that he was using are moves in the previous games, which is cool. So we know that a lot of them will be moves in this game as well.
Too easy. Just the best this city has. Nothing but chumps around here.
Doesn't sound very gruff though. I'm not gonna lie. He sounds like a New Yorker look. But yeah, I'm glad. Are you saying that wrestling is fake? Andore the Giant? So, Andore, Kami, they named one of the bosses from Final Fight was named Andore because as a reference to Andore the Giant. And that's that character there, essentially. You need to finish World Tour. No, don't worry. I do remember like seeing the fridge. Don't you worry. I know. I get the reference. But yeah, that's really cool. Another game. Speaking of like, because I was saying about like AAA games and this kind of stuff and yada yada yada. Like, but I saw a trailer recently of another game that I have been quite interested for a while. And no news were out until like what, a couple of days ago. Let me find it. There we go. Oh boy. This is a showcase trailer as well. This is like, you see the people who made this, who are making this. So this game is a more indie. It's an indie game called Densa Attack, which is a hybrid between Jet Set Radio and Tony Hawk. No, Zeno, I'm not buying. I mean, Matthias, I think you will enjoy City of the Wolves, but that's just me. But again, I need to see Blue Mary as a character. If I see Blue Mary as a character, as a playable character in City of the Wolves, I'm getting back in immediately. But yeah, this is a game that I want to play when it comes out. And as I said, it's a hybrid between Jet Set Radio and Tony Hawk, where you play as a train. And it's an indie game, which always makes it more interesting for everybody.
Hello, we're Undercoders, an indie studio based in Barcelona. Recently, we've been focused on developing 3D platformers, but our studio is heavily influenced by arcade classics, Japanese culture, and extreme sports games. And Dense Attack is our dream project, a step forward for the studio combining everything we love.
I love that he dubbed himself over.
In Dense
Also,
Attack,
I love
you
that
discover
he's using like
a not so distant future Japan in which
a
local railways
Steam
have been
Deck.
abandoned and are now used by underground gangs to compete in illegal contests of train acrobatics. You'll have to rack up points by chaining tricks, explore huge levels, race against rival crews, and uncover a wild story as you travel through Japan, taking the railways back.
Man,
We are
it
making a
looks
game that
sick.
is not
I'm
just
not gonna
about what
lie.
you do, but how you do it. It's expressive, stylish, and totally up
It
to you.
looks sick as fuck. And very creative.
From our first trips in the late 90s, we've been obsessed
Knew
by
it, I
traveling
saw it,
across Japan
yeah.
by train, and being able to dive into the local culture, getting to know the architecture, the landscapes, the folklore. And we're always captivated by the sheer contrast of their peaceful countryside and the high energy of its huge cities, which somehow feels connected and part of the same cultural rhythm. It's a never-ending source of inspiration that has been
These are
fueling
hyper
our
fantasy.
creative
Oh,
energy
God.
throughout all the years.
I mean, when
and
they say
has
that they're
now
making one,
materialized in
or am I
Dense
wrong?
Attack. On your adventure, you'll find a variety of challenges to move forward, from trip pack arenas to compete for high scores, to objective-based exploration levels, and even racing circuits.
The world is packed with a bunch of unique characters from
I'll have to
different
say
gangs
Radio
and
3 this year.
personalities that you will have to
All I'm
face
thinking
on
is
your
this
journey
one.
through Japan. And with every new challenge,
Out of
you
fighting
will grow as
character per pass.
adventure
I
attacker
think
and
Mr.
further add
Karate
to
is
the
supposed to
chaos.
be like,
We've
it might
handcrafted
be in the
every
second
stage from the
season pass.
ground up, pulling from
Viking.
real-world locations to make every landscape different but recognizable. You will
It
go
wouldn't
really
surprise
fast, but if you look closely, you'll catch references to every corner of Japanese culture.
You'll be fighting wild boss battles against gang leaders, which will test everything that you've learned.
Also, T-Lob's working in this game. Great.
They're always
That
full
means
of
that the music
surprises.
will be
You'll
amazing.
never know what secret technique your rival hides, so you'll have to get creative to overcome them with your train. They're a mix of
Thomas has never
spectacle,
seen bullshit before.
personality,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
challenge
Such
that
bullshit
one could
before.
expect for an
God,
anime-style
but it
showdown
looks
made
fun.
game.
That's the thing. And again, I
Dense
loved
Attack is a
Tony
love
Hawk. So
letter
having
to
like a
anime,
game where
skate
you like
games, and
you're
Japan's
platforming,
iconic train
but also
system.
doing like
If
Tony
you like
Hawk
Jet Set
tricks and
Radio,
combos and
Tony
stuff
Hawk,
like
or
that
Dense
is
to
up
Go,
my
You
alley.
can't miss this train. Pun intended.
Wish list now. We can wait to
And
show
again,
you more.
As I said, I think like I think from this year on we'll be getting more and more and more games like this. Fun, creative experiences made by smaller companies that are like, yeah, no, I don't want to work in a AAA company that will just like fire me after we finish a big project. I'm just gonna work on this. No Switch, not as of now, it seems. But you never know; it might port it later. But it's like on anything and PS4, weirdly enough, and Steam. But I'll be getting it on Steam, obviously. But yeah, this is like this came out like a couple of days ago. This trailer. That's why I was like that's why I wanted to show it to you guys, because this was one that they announced 4 months ago. I think it was like during Gamescom when the reveal trailer came for this game. And from that point on, I have actually been like waiting for some more news. And yeah, the thing that they've showcased is really nice. So I cannot wait like to try it even more. Then like but again, speaking of fighting games, if I ever have like, I would like to get back into them. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to do anything big, except until Marvel Togon comes out. When that game comes out, I'll definitely like to do a. I would definitely want to do a. Come on, Nick. How do you say it? A kind of like a what we did with City of the Wolves, like a month of Marvel Token, when I just play it for a month and try. Yeah, exactly. Like a project, like exactly what we did with City of the Wolves, where we just shut down and much love, have fun. Where we just sat down, try to understand the game and have fun. Entropy Effect Extreme, depending. Actually, I did play a bit of Entropy Effect multiplayer when I was in Greece with my friend as well. Training montage. I don't know. Obviously, we'll play it online, but I think I will be more interested in trying different characters and doing different, different shenanigans, let's say, with the characters and try to find like fun mix-ups or like different, try to, because it's a tag fighter, and tag fighters, one of the best things about them is like experimenting with the different team compositions and try to do silly stuff. And I think that would be way more entertaining for me than trying to go online and try to like get better, especially in a tag fighter where there is a lot of like. So comments that they still haven't shown new characters. They haven't. That is true. You need to get used to the fact that your keyboard now needs charging from time to time. Oh, you have a wireless keyboard. Nice. But how long does it stay? How long does the charge stay, Luke? Because if you only need to charge it once per like 3 or 4 days, that's not a big problem. I hope. But yeah, and also like I do try once in a while to play like I do try to like play some games on like my own. As I said before, like for example, I was playing like the game that I showcased on this stream before I left, called Starvaders, which I actually did manage to beat as well, and it was really good. Beating viewers' asses sounds more fun than getting beat on, huh? To be honest with you, Viking, even though I was in a sour mood in a couple of those streams, the fact that I actually managed to reach A rank in City of the Wolves in the first month of playing it I think kind of like goal achieved. I was quite happy. And again, A rank is not anything like amazing by any means, especially since the game that has like S and double S and triple S. So it's kind of like I managed to reach like diamond rank in Street Fighter 6. But hey, I rarely reach ranks like that in any fighting game. So for me, like, it was quite the achievement. I was quite proud of it. Oh, nice. That's been 30 hours of use. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. 2026 fighting games might be a weird one. Yeah, like there is 2 fighting games that I would like to try. Obviously, when Marvel Token comes out, I would like to play that, because every time I played the closed alphas, I had a blast. And also, I would like to play that Avatar fighting game because that looks dope as well. But hopefully they will do an open beta for that so I can try, so we can all try it. Same thing with Marvel Token. It would be really nice if they did an open beta so we can all try it together as well. But yeah, other than that, fighting games this year is gonna be a bit of a weird case. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem, but we don't know when that's coming out, so that will take a while. Before you, do you need Nintendo Switch Online for that game? No, that game is not out. They only had like a very, very limited closed beta of that game. Oh, you meant the GameCube one? Yeah, man. Like, just play it. But I have to find the right time. After you finish with the exams, hopefully you have some time. Virtua Fighter 6 and Token are still in the weird news cycle. Yeah, Virtua Fighter... man, I will say this right now. I'm not expecting Virtua Fighter 6 this year. Fighter 6 is gonna get a new character without Arxis support, which means that it's gonna be busted as fuck, so itself. But yeah, like, the thing is, I would love, like, for example, if I have, like, on a Sunday where I'm, like, home and I have free time, I wouldn't mind, like, doing, like, oh, surprise stream. I'm playing this fighting game or this game for, like, a few hours. Come and join me, you know? The problem is, like, I rarely have opportunities like that. But I would like to. I would like to have, like, a bit more of an opportunity to do something like this with the streams. Because as I said, usually I play games... Sorry. Usually I play games on stream for the most part. We need Smash announced. That would take a while. Would you try an open beta for the new Killer Invincible? Maybe, I don't know. The problem, Viking, is like I don't know anything about Invincible. I have never seen the series or read the comics. Like, this IP is completely an unknown to me. So I don't have like the drive to try it, if that makes any sense. Marvel Token is made, not only it's a Marvel property that I know and love, I grew up with Marvel, but it's also made by Arxis, that are fighting games that I still play to this day. And Avatar The Last Airbender, the fighting game, I love Avatar The Last Airbender. And from what I saw, it's a very unique game on its own right as well. So I'm definitely more interested in those. But, hey, if it is an open beta, I wouldn't say no. Honestly speaking. Would I buy in the Invincible versus? Probably not. I'm gonna be completely honest. 90% of your time is now taken up with house renovations. What are you renovating right now, Luke? Will the Invincible versus game be good? Yeah, it's made by the Killer Instinct crew. The guys have showcase that they know how to make a fighting game. Just like, it's a bit unfortunate that it's on an IP that I'm not interested in because I have no connections with. Knock down some brick walls from your porch earlier and put up a fence in its place. Nice! Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Luke. Well done. Good luck, man. Are you going from making rooms at work to... Yeah, exactly. He'll make his house an escape room. He make the first escape house. You knocking down your garage. I want to hear J.K. Simmons yell, Ultra! Yeah. I mean, they got the same voice actors, if I remember correctly. Your mains are Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Rising, and Iron Saga VS. Yeah. Ironic that your main two games are spin-off of Gachas. Yeah. Hey, man! At the very least, on the Grand Blue versus Rising, it's a very good fighting game, so I don't blame you. And it's easy to get into it as well. But yeah, for me, I think like, if I went back to any fighting game that I tried before, it would probably be like, the number one would be Guilty Gear Strive, because it's getting version 2.0 this year. So I am very, very interested to get back into it. Till we start building the new location soon. Oh, Look, that's amazing. Hopefully it's not very far, the new location of your work. Yes, for me at the very least, Monster Hunter Wilds, since the last update, has been running smooth as butter with everything at high. Like my PC, literally, I have almost everything at high, like at ultra graphics on 4K, and it's not chugging any frame rates or anything now. Like as I said, I was fighting like fucking Jig the Hutt, which is like a huge fucking chunking monster. Or I was fighting like Mizutsune in the jungle area, which chugged frames like crazy because of the water textures and like water surface stuff and the thing, and it's working well. Unfortunately, Matthias, that's not the experience for everyone. Some people have actually been finding problems with the new updates, like Storm. Our friend Storm has been having problems with that game since the new update. But for the majority of the people, at the very least, especially when I look online, the average reception has been very good. Like an hour or so, and some of us will be able to go help with the build. Nice. Whittling Gravits, even now, I'm finding a lot of new... Yeah, you know why, Viking? Because the game is, like, free to play. Like, they still have the, you know, rotating character cast. Every, what, month? Week? That anybody can just get in and play. So, that's a very good thing that they did for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising, and a lot of other fighting games should do that, in my opinion. Where it goes like, hey, you can play it for free, you will only have like, you know, including DLC characters. Yeah, guys, I will say this right now. The Grand Blue fighting game is definitely one of the best fighting games when it comes to like player like experience. Like, if you don't like how it plays when it comes to the fighting mechanics, that's fine, I understand. But when it comes to its overall content and to how friendly it is to the player, yeah, come on. My most famous are caused because of you not having an SSD. Yeah, Viking, unfortunately, that's something that you will be having problems in the future with a lot of games. So I do recommend investing on an SSD at some point. And EX characters make free version even higher value. Yeah, exactly. And the EX characters are very different, which is really cool. Again, great video game, honestly. Oh, but yeah, like that's kind of like the plan for the most part. We're gonna continue the schedule as before, like as we did like from the later half of last year, because the pacing of the streams worked really well, honestly. I was really happy with how many games we actually managed to finish at the second half of the year. We finished quite a few games, and hopefully that will help us with this year as well. Is the next piece of PC renovations. Good. Hopefully they won't skyrocket in price as Rams did. Because dear Lord. But yeah, I think like the next game, if there is a fighting game that I would like to go back into, as I was saying before, would be Guilty Gear Strive. Because again, 2.0 is coming out this year as well. And that game I really liked. Gonna sell your... Yeah, absolutely, look. Good idea. You got, like, without joke, you might be able to, like, buy all the components you need for your new garage, man. They already did. Well, that sucks. But yeah, like, honestly. Like, the 2.0 update is going to come out eventually. We don't know when. I think it's gonna take a while. But whenever a Guilty Gear game has like a big update like that, usually they shake up the formula quite a lot. So the new garage defense 100%, yeah. Oh god. It will be able to buy you like 5 garages then. Yep. I know, Viking, I've seen the prices, it's insane. I've seen the prices for the RAM, but I should have known that the SSDs will also be there. Is one of the two teased characters? That's fine. I mean, I think like they will release the update And then they will have a character pass, you know, a season pass with that as well. I think like it wouldn't surprise me, Zeno, if the character is free with the update, if that makes sense. Or if they do, like they will go like, which if that's the case, if the character is free with the update, even better. Can you imagine getting like Mai or Robo-Kai for free in that game? That would be great. Both of the characters, like in the previous games, have been like extremely entertaining to play as. They don't have many characters left to add before they got all of them. Yeah, but they are not like strangers to adding making new characters. Matthias, let's be honest. Strife has a fuck ton of new characters that they introduced. Giovanna, Gold Louis, Asuka, Happy Chaos. Like, there is so many characters. And other characters play completely differently. Testament plays like a completely different character. Like how he used to play in the original games. So they are like, again, they just, man, they love it's their baby boy. It's the fighting game franchise that made them the company they are. They will, you know, they will take Zappa, Answer, Judgment, Cliff, Justice. Yeah, there is still a lot of them. Order Soul. Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, Zappa would be really cool as well, but how the fuck will you translate it? I mean, I always say this. How the fuck will you translate that character in Strive? But they always find a way, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna leave it at their hands. Honestly, like, fucking Guilty Gear Strive tournaments are still probably some of the most interesting, like, tournaments to watch. Because there is always something silly happening all the time. So I cannot wait. Honestly, I cannot wait. It's gonna be a good time. Ew. But the only problem is like we don't know when it will happen. Isn't, by the way, Tim, if I remember correctly, one moment, because there was the developer update. The developer update for the developer backyard. There we go. That they announced recently, that they released recently for Guilty Gear Strive, that talks about update 2.0. And they did put a list of the characters that are getting new moves. Oh no, it wasn't Mai that is getting new moves. So some interesting characters are getting new moves with the update 2.0. Soul Bad Guy, Kai Kisuke, Nagoriyuki, and Leo are all of them are getting new moves with the update. And also they were saying that they're gonna like change Wild Assault quite a bit. So as I said before, usually when a new big update comes in Guilty Gear, they shake up the formula quite a bit. That's why I'm like very interested to see what will happen. Toto's heritage to the future is more like... But also, speaking of, for those who don't know, SNK has just teased that one of the Season Pass 2 characters for City of the Wolves is gonna be Kenshiro for Hokuto no Ken. And now, it makes so much more sense why the Hokuto no Ken fighting game is gonna be one of the main games in EVO Japan. So much more sense. Because, don't forget, both SNK and EVO are owned by Saudi Arabia. Don't forget. Oh, he will definitely say the line. It's Hokuto no Ken's 40th anniversary too. That's also true, but come on now. Come on now. Come on now. And we're getting a new anime. That's cool. As long as they do. All I want is my boy Urien back on Street Fighter 6, which will never happen. I don't think it will. Unfortunately, Timmy, I don't think it will ever happen. And one of the main reasons, Timmy, is just like it's a bit of a curse and a blessing. Yuri in Street Fighter V was such a good character. I tried Yuri in Street Fighter V. I was like, oh my god, you can actually do cool shit with this character quite easily. But then the skill ceiling of that character, was immense. I don't know, like his kit was unimplementable. Yeah, like not for Street Fighter 6, no. Especially like it's the same thing. Like it's the same thing with me and Makoto, like Timmy. I'm like, man, I wish like I want Makoto for Street Fighter 6, but she's gonna be one of the worst characters to play against in that game. Because can you imagine drive rush command grab on a character that already has like one of the best dashes in the franchise? It can happen. Like if they try to implement any, yeah, he was a style character in Street Fighter V. Nemo's Urien was such a piece of art. Yeah, no, not only Nemo's, a lot. Like the thing is, Timmy, Urien in Street Fighter V, like, was one of the best implement. Like Strive does that consistently, where they take a character from the previous Guilty Gear games and they find a way to change them to fit the new fighting gameplay of Strive, while also keeping the identity of the character similar. Urien was like, somehow they found a way to keep his style, to keep his stylish stuff, while also working perfectly in the Street Fighter V gameplay, like fighting engine, and making him somehow more easily accessible, yet keeping the skill ceiling for that. Like Urien in Street Fighter V is probably one of the best returning characters in any fighting game ever. Street Fighter V might have a lot of problems, but the returning characters in that game were always a piece of art. That also counts for Oro, that came at the end. Oro was such a fun character in Street Fighter V. Too bad he was like at the last season. And then Tekken robbed the dream character. Yeah, I know, Timmy. I know. I'm there with you. Although Clive looks fun. I haven't tried him, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm with you, Timmy. Like, fucking, man. Like, Tifa is like made for Tekken. She has like already half of her moveset is for Tekken. You can easily just copy paste it in Tekken and be fine. But oh well. Yami Yugi for Fighter Z, which looks like a very cool character, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, and also hopefully that mod, for those who don't know, somebody made Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! A completely modded playable character with his own unique movesets and animations and like everything in Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Hopefully people look at that and go like, maybe we should ask Arxis to make a show and jump fighting game. Maybe. He plays not exactly. Asuka is like not exactly, because Asuka like I get what you mean because of the card system, Matthias, but how those cards are activated are a bit different. But yeah, I know what you mean. He has like a card system similar to that. But it's fun. Like that's why I would like to at least like get back into some of those games. And like for example, and as I said, I would like to try Alex when he comes out from Street Fighter 6, because hey, Sagat was really fun. He's really fun in Street Fighter 6. Another like character that they implemented very well, and a completely different beast as well. Sagat is not so much of that kind of like zoner kind of guy that he was in the past. He's more of a like his projectiles now in Street Fighter 6 are there to kind of like force the opponent to do an option, but he's more of a mid-range beast that once he get in tries to like frame trap you with his like very good normals like close medium punch. and then try to do. Have you seen his combos? Did you stream Sea Viper? No, I did not. I did try her a bit on my own, Matthias. Another good character. I don't know, like, here's the thing. Street Fighter 6 is actually quite fun to play if you're a noob like me. And it's very fun to play on a high level. I just don't, it's kind of weird because seeing Street Fighter 6 as a competitive sport is like, okay. It's not bad, but I don't know, I had more fun with watching previous Street Fighters, even Street Fighter 5. Like, watching like EVO tournaments and stuff. Not because it's bad by any means, there is a lot of hype moments still, but I think that they have developed a game that has been like very like rigid in a lot of ways. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the things that I like in Street Fighter 6 competitively is more how what the players decide to do than what the characters do. Because they're very rigidly designed. Like, the characters are fun to play if you're a noob. They're fun to play. They have like very good, solid, like gameplay, gameplay and like game plan design, which is nice. But I think that Street Fighter 6 has been designed to have a lot of rock, paper, scissors moments. And at some point, instead of being like, oh wow, look at this awesome play or these awesome footsies that this guy did, many of the times it's like, well, that guy guessed correctly again. And I don't only mean the throw loops. There is a lot of situations that there's like rock, paper, scissors moments in it. And that's fine, it's a fighting game. Fighting games have those moments as well. But if you have that kind of game design if you have this kind of game design, I think you should expand more on it. That's why I think I like watching Guilty Gear Strive more. Because in Strive, yes, the game is still very rock, paper, scissors when it comes to its design, but there are so many options both players can do with their character in a lot of ways because of the Roman canceling system and because of how differently each character plays with each other. Well, like, a lot of the times the Street Fighter is like, well, here comes the block string, cancelled it to a drive rush. Did he guess the drive rush? Oh, there's the jab. And there is a lot of situations. They did that new ways of perfect parry, I guess. Yeah, but how long has that been? And then they released the new parts, and the new parts they released for the game is like it's kind of hard, right? Because Street Fighter 6 at the very least is fairly well balanced as a game because of how like rigid it is in design. Which on one hand is like, why change it then? Because if it is fairly well balanced, why change it? But on the other hand, Street Fighter is like a very big esport and the only esport for Capcom. They have the fucking Street Fighter League. They have like those top 8s. They are making their Capcom Cup for this year a pay-per-view. So you have to make it exciting. And you're not gonna make it exciting when your opponent changes 3 characters and then the rest is the same. And it's this kind of, like problem, essentially. Yeah, no, I know, Matthias. That's why I'm saying it's a weird kind of thing. Like for me, I'm like, yeah, I mean, if it is well balanced, like just keep it. But unfortunately, for people who have been playing it, especially competitively, for so long, like because they grind the fuck out of it. Did you see how many Japanese players are in EVO? Like it's insane. Like Street Fighter 6 in EVO Japan has double the entrants compared to the second most entered game. It's insane. Yeah, but unfortunately the drive system is cool, but also the drive system is something that kinda takes a lot out of Street Fighter. Because before, people like Street Fighter is a footsie based game. That's why it doesn't have fucking dashes and air dashes. What? Wait, what is becoming pay-per-view? Capcom Cup. Capcom Cup, if you want to see it live, Timmy, you need to pay. It's actually 20 times more, even more, dear Lord. And the reason why it is that much is because like Street Fighter is like, yes, exactly. Street Fighter is like the most like boost of the fighting game esports. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 is like 2.5k and then Strive is 190, which is insane. Strive is 190. Really? I mean, still, if it is a second, no. Although Guilty Gear was never like the biggest in Japan. Yeah, that's insane. The entrance as of January 6th. Street Fighter 2. Yeah, and then Strive is second with 190. That's insane. Insane. Can we also like, even though it's only 190 as of now, can we also admire the fact that Strive is second in entrance in EVO Japan? I need to remind you that Strive is biggest in America. And it's still second. It's a 6-year-old game almost. It's insane. Just even Tekken 8 is struggling. But again, those are like. But again, I think that those numbers, everything but Street Fighter, will start going up because again, the fucking like EVO Japan is like in May. We still have a long way to go. The rest of the numbers will go up eventually. No, it's not, unfortunate, Matthias. That's how it always been. Hokuto no Ken is not a popular fighting game. It's a Kusoge game. It's a game with infinites, man. Like, there is a specific small group of people enjoying that game. The fact that it has 56 entrants is like more than expected. It's a fun game to watch, don't get me wrong. But you need to be a certain kind of person to enjoy that game. I would think. Well, to be honest with you, Viking, from second to like 6th place in entrance, all of them are in 100, in the 100 bracket of players. Kusoge, like Kusoge in Japanese is a slang for city game, essentially. Not everyone is a basketball fan, yeah. And it's super broken, yeah. AKA, it's super broken, yeah. But again, I need to remind you, Japan considers Marvel versus Capcom Kusoge as well. Like, anything, like, Japan, like, you need to understand that, like, Street Fighter having so many entrants in Japan, EVO Japan, is also a byproduct of, like, Japan is very strict with what they consider, like, fair fighting games. They like a lot of fighting games, don't get me wrong, but competitive-wise, they're quite harsh. Street Fighter is like one of the few that they're like, yep, like, to the ground, low, play footsies, take a million like seconds to think about when to throw a kick. Although I say that, like, thankfully they're big fans of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and Third Strike is like a completely different beast. But yeah, no, absolutely. Capcom will always go on a massive promotion for Street Fighter 6. It's their only fighting game. It's their only fighting game. It's a good one, and somehow, like, somehow even we're like year 4 now for it. We're like on the year four now. It's still gaining like it's not going down in player numbers. Like, it's a good time. Like, if you play Street Fighter 6 as your main game, you're doing well. You will be having fun because it always has players. Very few games are like that. Tekken and Guilty Gear Strive, I think, are like the only ones like that. Together with Street Fighter 6. It's in Evo, but I want to sign. That's not happening. In my opinion, if like Capcom would ever want to get into making another fighting game, they need to make like a huge bang. And they lost one of their best opportunities because Marvel is not making a game with them. They're making a game with Arxis. So I think for Capcom is like we just want to revitalize other franchises. That's why they're making like that, focus on other franchises. That's why they're making like Resident Evil 9. That's why they're making a new Onimusha game. They're making a new IP with Pragmata. Monster Hunter Wilds will have an expansion probably next year. So for them, they're already like have stretched a lot of budget. So if they are planning on making a new fighting game, they would be starting the early developments of the fighting game now. Which means that we're not gonna be seeing anything, if they do anything like that, for another 3 years. For me, it would be amazing if the next Capcom fighting game is Capcom versus SNK 3. I mean, they did such an excellent job with Terry and Mai in Street Fighter 6. They've shown that they can take SNK characters and make them well. And with like Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, actually like, you know, being like a huge hurrah of like, not in sales, don't get me wrong, but in like the developers like actually doing what they want to do, you know, another Fatal Fury game. Like, it would be a slam dunk. It's happening eventually for sure. Eventually, Matthias, eventually is good, but it might be too late by the time we get it, you know? Because now, like, if they announce something now or within this year, would be great. But the SNK characters have already been out for a year in Street Fighter 6. So that train has sailed. So we'll see. We'll see. Well, anyway. Oh. Still, I'm excited for a lot of stuff. Like, and I'm excited to start streaming games again. Like, it's been a while. It's been a while. I've missed this. I've missed this being able to chat with you all. I've missed like trying to get, how do you release a crossover game and not make it overshadow the two games in crossover? I don't know. Since last year was the year of the ninja, so this year is Wrestling Armor King. Alex and Wolf. Capcom could do Slam Monster. God, the amount of stretching you went for that, Viking. It's fine. Whatever they do. Alright, so. But yeah, like, obviously, as I said, there is we have a lot of games to look forward to for our stream. Hopefully I have like hopefully I can fit more like one-off games here and there, because it was really fun when we did like a one-off stream for Clover Pit, for example, or for other roguelikes like that, if there is any funny ones. There are small games that I'm looking to play. I showed you guys like Dance Attack that looks like really interesting and really unique and fun. There is other ones. There is like fucking the developer for Hatoful Boyfriend made a new game that looks really fun called Sushi Ben. Well, they made it like I don't remember. So it's very interesting. Nick Tomodachi Life 2? Nah. I tried the 3DS one and I enjoyed it, but nah. Year of the Horse this year too. Oh my god. Is that why I got such a huge fucking dicking at the start of the year? Sushi Ben over. What about Ben 10? Sushi Ben 10. Uma Musume Jojo Part 7. Let's go. But yeah, like, for the most part, I want to continue, like, the schedule that we have been doing. But I also would like to do some, like, more surprise, like, if I can find, like, any free time on a Sunday here and there, like, once per month at the very least, to do, like, hey, I'm streaming Guilty Gear or Street Fighter. Come and join me. Or, like, hey, I'm trying this roguelike. Because I will definitely have, like, one-off games between, like, you know, playthroughs. Like, once we finish Metroid Prime 4... if Resident Evil 9 is not out, we'll probably try something like a one-off or two-off stream of a game, for example, or something like this. Because it's fun to spice things up like that. Saturdays will be for big projects, as always, like Yakuza 0 for now. Later, who knows? Maybe I would use maybe I can play some older RPGs on Saturdays. Because, God in hell, like, I mean, I would love to stream for you guys like Chrono Trigger, for example, one of my favorite RPGs of all time, and I haven't streamed it for you guys at all. So that would be a good Saturday game as well. Pragmata is releasing at the end of April, Viking, so we still have time. Like the next big game is like February, which is Resident Evil 9, which is I think. Let me see. Yeah, which is coming February 27th, so end of February. So that's definitely like the next big new game that we'll be playing, absolutely. No, you got the Star Wars collection, nice. I've never played those games. But yeah, Pragmata is at the end of April as well. So there are games to look forward to. So I'm really curious, and and that's the thing. At the very least, when it comes to terms of video games that we'll have on the stream, we have a lot to play through. And if it continues to go like the way it went at the later half of this year, we're gonna be fine. Because the later half of last year, sorry, we played a lot. We played like Silent Hill F and Ninja Gaiden 4, like. Expedition 33 was for the Saturdays, like Metal Gear Solid Delta, which was also fun. You know, we had like a good like collection of like many different types of games that were actually quite fun. No, I haven't even bought Air Riders, Matthias. Like it's a game that I would love to play. Just like I was thinking about what kind of games I want to play, and that went very low in my list priority. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna touch it for now. Yeah, same, I know, because that means that City Trials will be like empty by the time I go into it. But I am more interested in playing like Metroid Prime 4, where it's like, you know, 13 to 16 hours, one and done, fine, and then continue on, than playing like a multiplayer based game as much. And Konami, if you announce Castlevania, I will hunt you down. Oh god, I would love to. Don't worry. You can play with the bots. Yeah, that's fine. Or I can play with my friends. I have a couple of friends that already have the game. So if I ever try to play it and I ask them, hey, do you want to try to play with me? They will be fine. They will be like, oh yeah, let's go. Just a bit of the same, because I was looking forward to that game. Oh, but I don't know. I've lost like kind of interest. I've lost interest for now, unfortunately. Terra's Disco. Wasn't that the... Yeah, that was the one that you put your own song in, right? Yeah. I remember seeing demo playthroughs of this. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it comes out. I wonder how the fucking, like, what was it called? How was that, like, fucking racing game that they showcased the reveal trailer on the VGAs? The one that was laughing because they had Drifto on one of the cars. That was like half anime movie, half Need for Speed. Yeah, that one. I wonder how that will do. I checked it and it's like a full price video game, so I'm not buying it myself. But you know, just funny. Like, I wonder how that will do. Probably will be like, it will just appear like a silent fart. I have a suspicion, and then just disappear into obscurity. That happens a lot with these kind of games. Ah well, still. Oh, another game that I'm looking forward to, speaking of roguelikes as well, is the Vampire Survivors card game roguelike that they're making. And there is another roguelike that is coming out this year. Quite soon, I think. One moment. There we go. Yeah, Slay the Spire 2 is coming out this year. It's planned for March 2026. For those who don't know, Slay the Spire 1 was the game that created the deck building roguelike trope of video games. So, and it's getting a sequel this year. So, I'll definitely do a couple of streams of that when it comes out. You've been playing more Fire Emblem Shadows and bought like a season pass and it's fun. No, that's fine. I'm not interested in a it's the combination of it is like interesting, but also in a way that I don't care. Like, because I didn't care about Among Us. I don't like deduction-based multiplayer games like that myself. So when I was like, we're gonna mix this with Fire Emblem, I was like, how many drugs did you take before you came to that? Oh well. Unfortunately, from what I've been hearing, it kind of like went as a wet fart as well. Don't play Among Us, but it doesn't feel like it. No, I know it doesn't feel like it, but it takes inspiration from it. Ultra Kill 100% this year. It's no cope, I promise. Man, I'm telling you now, if Ultra Kill finishes, whenever Ultra Kill finishes its development, I'll play it on stream. 100%. But when it happens, let the guy make it. It's like, what is one guy that is making most of it? Let him do his work. Like, it's fine. But when it's out, when it's fully out, oh boy, you know I'm gonna stream it. 100%. But we'll have to wait. Mickey made the plot twist obvious. Of course they did. Got pretty fast, but yeah, 1 minute you guess who it is and then 1 minute boss fight. Yeah, exactly. It needs to be fast as well because multiplayer games tend to be quite fast. Yeah. That's fine. It's something unique at least. But to be honest with you, Matthias, the Fire Emblem game that I'm looking forward to is, the next one for the Switch too. That's the one I'm looking forward to. Again, please just mix the fun gameplay of Engage with the fun story of Three Houses and you will make a wonderful strategy game. Please, just do that. We're not asking for a lot. Just don't give me half a fantastic game and half a shitty one. I just want a nice complete package, Nintendo. That's what I want. We'll just have to wait. But yeah, anyway, I think since my body's getting a bit again, because I'm recovering from an illness, my body's getting a bit heavy. And then they'll add the units of Fire Emblem Heroes and I can gacha. Nah. Yeah, they will. Absolutely they will. But, you know. Oh. 1/3. It's okay for gacha. Definitely higher chance than what you get in the actual gacha, so why not? But yeah, like this is kind of like, as I said, this is what we'll be having for the immediate future. So Metroid Prime 4 is first. Once we finish with that, we'll have to see. And Yakuza 0 for the weekend. Obviously, we'll be back with some Monster Hunter on Wednesdays, but since I think Monster Hunter Wilds is gonna get a bit slow with its updates starting from February, Wednesday streams might become like not only Monster Hunter, like after a few months, depending on how the update release will be, because we all know that Capcom is like now putting the majority of the development effort for the expansion. Once the expansion comes out next year, then we'll back in full force. But until then, we will be. But until then, we might use Wednesdays for other one-offs as well after a few months. But still, I think on February they're gonna put Arc-Tempered Arc-Veiled. And I cannot wait because that is a very fun fight already, and I want to see how they will make it harder. But don't worry, we'll be back with Monster Hunter Wilds on Wednesday as well, where we'll do Arc-Tempered Zindahad, which is also a really fun fight. Can't wait for Arc-Tempered GOG. I don't think that will happen. Need the same to me one episode is sweet story about Alzheimer, and the next episode is about idols. Because they put me depressed first, and now I'm confused about the order of the. Yeah, it depends on what the next character is about. To be honest, they will make some serious characters, and they will make like, look, this is the cherry waifu. Go get her. Give us money. But yeah, so I will update the schedule on the stream as well on tomorrow on the stream page, so you guys know what to expect for the next week. And if anything changes, don't worry, I will let you know on Discord. And probably I will try to post like the stream schedule for the week on the Discord, on our Discord as well, just so you guys have like a better idea. And yeah, like as I said, I can't wait. I am so glad to be back, even though I'm still recovering. Hopefully by Monday. Hopefully, like I will spend most of my time tomorrow just resting, and after that, hopefully I will be able to get back into normality. Hopefully I will be able to get back into normality starting Monday, because Monday will be my first day of work as well after coming back. Hopefully it will be busy, obviously, because the university opens at that point, so we'll have a lot of work. But you know, like the first week is gonna be quite tiring, but once I get back into the swing of things will be alright. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, with that said, guys, thank you so much for joining. It was a pleasure to be able to see you all. Like I cannot, you cannot imagine how much I was waiting for me to do this stream. I wanted to do it last week, but hey, at the very least I had, but you know, all these things happen. I had a good story to share at the very least, that's all. And yeah, with that said, I will see you all again on Monday to start our Metroid Prime 4, I think Beyond is the subtitle for that, stream series. You know, then we have Monster Hunter and Yakuza 0 on Saturday. So we have a packed schedule. But yeah, with that said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for keeping me company. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. And it was a pleasure to be able to see you all today. Big thanks, before I go, to Timmy for the 3 subscriptions. Thank you for the support, friendo. And to Kami for the resub as well. And also to and Luke as well, and also thank you to it's Bagania for the follow as well, and Hearts to that followed us with his second, with his TV account. And yeah, I cannot, like, even though 2026 started with the worst, in the worst way, hopefully that won't be the trend. Hopefully with Monday and up, we'll have like a very, very fun 2026, full of games, laughs, and like cheers. And surprises. Good surprises, I hope. But with that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for the chats, everybody. It was very fun. It was a very nice way to start the streams of the year, the 2026 stream. And yeah, it's gaming next time, boys. But until then, bye bye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. See you on Monday.